when you texted us, it was like, oh, I got laryngitis. I was like, damn. And I was like, I was talking to my mom. I was like, oh, Dylan got laryngitis. It's sad. We're gonna play D&D. She's like, you sure he's not faking it to avoid playing D&D with you? I'm like, what the
That's
fuck?
insane.
I was like, excuse me?
Yeah. Okay, now that we're all in here, we'll go over a little recap. Off the dome. Because I forgot to write notes on the past the second session. So that's why we're recording.
Happens.
So, we start off, 2 years ago. Ramja was with his father at Royter, facing off against the last remaining forces of the church in a little civil war called the Bloody Year. Ramza was kind of quizzed by his father about some tactics, and he kind of fell short a little bit, unfortunately.
What?
However, after
Does he know that, though?
after the little quiz and after some fatherly talking to, Baderon dismissed Ramza from the battle. Told him to go home. Which Ramza would find out the reason why he did that. A few days, about a week later in Polberg, is that the battle was not good. The forces of the coalition did win, but a lot of losses were sustained, including Baderon and his retinue. But actually before that, Ramza was spooked by a tree. I remember. I was very happy about that event.
It wasn't the tree that spooked us. It was the shifting grass around the tree.
There wasn't shifting grass. There was just bushes.
The
Also,
bushes,
to be fair,
very scary.
Most obvious fucking bandit trap of all time.
Yes,
across the road.
That's
it
why
was very funny.
That's why I was very happy. But yeah, after being spooked by that, Ramza went and kind of near the end of the day, kind of spotted some smoke and investigated it. Found the village of Bonfleur, and the kind of nightly manor there was burning to the ground. He, along with the rest of the small folk there, kind of wet the ground to stop the spread of the fire. Whoa. Harrenhal?
Fire.
What? And kind of met the young lord there, Sir Ferdinand Bonfleur. And then together with him, they honestly quite easily fended off the bandit forces of
Honestly,
Silver.
I don't know about quite easily. I remember that being like horrifically close.
No. That was the battle at Wolfenburg. That shit was close.
Okay. I was thinking
the
of something
fighting
else.
off the bandits in like the field in the
This
village.
is where it was like dead sprint to the leader. I remember that now.
Yes, because I knew
crazy.
I knew you were doing some crazy shit with Echo Knight, and Ferdinand was just like riposting and just fucking cleaving people.
That combat showed me the how fucking oppressive Echo Knight with Sentinel is.
Yeah,
you were cutting men down by the dozen.
I think it's just it's just because we're third level that like my character gets like 2 more attacks than everyone else, so it seems stronger right now.
Yeah. See, this is the average knight in BARAVVA versus the most powerful forces in the universe.
Most powerful blade slinger.
Duo Decillion.
This power scaling is getting really out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you fended off those forces. You spent a week recovering in the village. You found out that what was in the cellar was just wine and not hordes of gold. Yeah. All those it's exquisite Von Air red, so it was very nice. You made your way to Polberg, and you were questioned by 2 mercenaries about a bounty with the description of your good friend Selmy. Ramza kind of fumbled the lying and nonchalance a little bit.
I believe them.
So the mercenaries followed them back to camp. However, in a cruel twist of fate, one of the mercenaries rolled a nat 1 in sneaking and fell down in front of Ramza. And Ramza immediately bisected him in half, instantly killing him.
2 really cool one-liners. I can't remember what they are.
Yeah, I do.
All I remember is the resounding, like, the echo of the one-liner across, like
a thud
miles.
Sound effect, yeah.
Every, like, bird
It was.
I
knew
over.
you dropped some hard-ass one-liners. But yeah, the other one left, because fuck that.
Yeah.
And then, on your way to Polberg, you were shook down by a patrol captain, Jean-Baptiste Duval. Very cringe. And then, you know, kind of seeking safety close to kin, you head to the Aritza Peddlers Guild warehouse. I remember you drank and celebrated the end of the bloody year with Salim Aritza. And then Salim delivered a ducal summon to Ramza to go meet the Grand Duke. The Grand Duke, true. The Grand Duke, Ida Pavala, and the Black Keep. Ramza went to the Black Keep. He had to take his shoes off.
I loved the presentation of, like, the cold marble. I thought that was, like, perfect for setting the scene.
And yeah, from the Gold Pack Knights, they took your shoes. And then you met with the Grand Duke, and he basically let Ramza know that, like, Bedaron left. There was absolutely no mention of Ramza in the inheritance, and he left him nothing. And he also mentioned that Griffin renegotiated trade agreements and tariffs between Wolfenburg and Polberg, and that Ida Pavala would love for Griffin to be replaced, to have those renegotiated. And basically he offered you material support in the event that an opportunity arises for a title revocation of Griffin. And of course, you being the heir apparent, the title would pass to you. If I remember correctly, Ramza just kind of was like, okay. Didn't really commit to anything.
Yep.
Or were you, like, hostile? I forget.
It was
I don't think Ramza was hostile, but I distinctly remember at the time it was like, okay, Ramza doesn't think he's smart enough to make this decision and doesn't really want to kill his brother.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think Pavala was a little
wanted to at least see what was. It was like at the time Ramza fully thought like, oh, this is just like a misunderstanding. Probably, I'm gonna go home and figure this out.
Okay.
So didn't even think it was all like true. It's just like, okay, I'm being given so much information right now, and I can't verify any of it. I shouldn't make a huge decision about this.
That makes sense.
I think the only, like, hostility would have been Pavala being like, why aren't you just taking this deal? I think he was a little bit annoyed that Ramza didn't just take it immediately. But I think
he was like, this, I remember him saying something to the effect of like, I am handing you everything you've ever wanted on a silver plate. Why aren't you doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. And then you kind of go back, rest up, kind of get a job by Salim to deliver silk to Wolfenburg. Kind of a way to get a little money in your pocket, do something for the Aritzas, and also you get to go home.
Yeah.
So you're woken up. You see as you're walked to the North Gate by Salim, the patrol captain Duval is strung up by like a inn. He's fucking assassinated. Crazy how that happened. And at the North Gate you meet Yoel, Lionel and Fatima, your kind of like new mercenary companions, and you go on and travel to Wolfenburg. Begin your journey. Secret map, true. It's unfinished. That's like the like kind of like biome map that because I did I have a political map. And also like the mountains and shit, but it's unfinished. Okay. And then about 2 weeks later, we kind of cut to Safrilla. And Safrilla gets a job from her superior, Coram Bloodmare, head of the Bloodmare company. To
what the fucking ego is.
Just take out a carriage. Just take out a carriage. Headed to Wolfenburg from Quattrovia. Allegedly, there's just one merchant in there that needs to die, but he has a little bit of escort.
It went really well. It went so well.
Yeah, so you go grab Sasha. You guys go towards the job, kind of set up. On your way, apparently you come across a group of like Wolfenburg guard. Like not like the actual professional soldiers, and a bunch of human prisoners repairing a road. Interesting.
That was on the way back, I think.
Sure. And then the plan for basically taking on the caravan was to lure the knight into the forest so that Safrilla can pick them off, and then Sasha can deal with the footman, who was in the rear. However, while waiting for this ambush, you notice Selmy with an Albert cloak, headed south towards Wolfenburg. Crazy. He's back. He's back.
Run!
And then a few hours later, the carriage arrives, and I believe you make like a noise, like a cry in the woods, so that the lady knight in front goes to investigate it. I might have been some illusion, because apparently she sees through it.
It was an illusion, and she rolled very well, and I did not roll well.
She did. Look at the power chart on knights.
Oh, dear God.
It is.
I remember
it
that.
Lie.
That was.
It does not lie. She was pretty scary.
I think characteristic of Josie, very good build, very bad rolls.
Hey, it's gotta be hard fought,
True. True. Yeah, because I remember I think you tried to hold person them, but they rolled like a 19.
No, I used my fucking Joker card, my hideous laughter.
Hideous laughter. It was
surely they don't have it in, right?
They didn't, but they
Joker
rolled
beatbox.
fucking crazy. They said nah.
And I, in melee combat, definitely dispatched them without a single point of damage.
Yeah, I remember that Sasha basically instantly kills the footman, and then helps you kill the knight. And I remember you guys skirmishing and kind of missing, and then Sasha's like, "Let me handle this." Attacked the knight, and then got riposted and almost instantly died.
Yeah, the first hit brought me to 1 HP, and I ran away and magic missiled her to death.
Yeah, it was
like a very honorable combatant.
She actually refused to go down. It was crazy.
I think I shot her 4 times.
However, after that easy fight, you find that the carriage isn't so empty. As this merchant who you hold on, did you identify
yes,
the sigil?
Yes.
Yeah, actually there's this Zuki sigil, which is Selmy's family. And in the carriage, the merchant, which is allegedly Selmy's like great cousin, his father's cousin.
So like what? I don't even know.
I think that's just like uncle still.
Well, uncle would be their sibling, so it's like uncle once removed or something. I don't fucking know.
Some relatively close kin. and his wife and 2 daughters. And discretion is very important, so they have to die. And I remember that Sephrilla suggested that they burn them inside the carriage instead of killing them. Which Sasha said to, let's just, like, kill them normally. Like, let's not be fucked up here. So they...
I'm not a monster. I'm not a
end
monster.
up killing the unarmed merchant, his wife, and their 2 young daughters in the carriage. And both Sephrilla and Sasha head back to Wolfenburg, pretty dejected. Not very fun. And when they come back to Wolfenburg, they witness the coronation of Ramza's brother, Griffin Beowulf, now Lord of Wolfenburg. He's delivering a really awesome speech about how they're gonna go to the north and they're gonna kill a bunch of people for revenge. Sephrilla and Sasha go to the den, kind of sleep it off after listening in on Selmy's stories. And then the next day, the cornerstones are assembled with Selmy delivering the news that Ramza is in Polberg and that they're gonna go get him.
I do remember during the Sephrilla talking to everyone, there was like, "Oh, what's those terrible runes you have on you?" I'm like,
Yeah.
practicing, and I rolled a
That's
1
right.
on deception or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the
that was
Selmy
funny.
sus meter's pretty high, if I remember correctly.
Selmy sus meter.
Yeah. Not good. So the cornerstones head to towards Polberg, and on the way, quite conveniently, the caravan which Ramza's in is ambushed by the Bloody Fangs, Wolves of Saladin, pick whatever you want to call them, bloodthirsty bandits. If you remember from the
Bloodthirsty
reading,
is very apt.
if you remember from the reading, these are people who are suffering from the Crimson Lust.
Yes.
And they ambush the caravan. Yoel dies pretty swiftly. And the rest of the cornerstones kind of reinforce the battle. I remember it being pretty scary. It
It was
crazy.
mildly scary. It wasn't certain either way until the very end.
It felt like I remember that battle specifically felt like the Darkest Dungeon meme that was like, "I'm a genius. Oh no!" every turn, because it kept going really well when it was our turn, and the next
and then it
turn
swung
3
back,
people would
yeah.
be like almost dead.
Yeah, but you held the line, and that specific pack was actually headed by a familiar face.
Is that familial or familiar?
Familiar. Not familiar. Well, I mean, it could be familial depending on your definition, but no blood relation. By one Savina Ruiz, the mother of Aubin Ruiz, the current guard captain of Wolfenburg, and close friend. Former Savina, former member of the Rowdy Eight, exiled after the Camto succession crisis, after she killed a bunch of prisoners, after they killed her husband.
Ace?
And she found herself, with the Bloody Fangs. She put up a decent fight, but ended up fleeing. If I remember, actually north into the Wildwood. Interesting.
Yeah, I remember I was trying to chase her, and then everyone's like,
Yeah.
don't do it!
She was trying to run, and I remember there was an extension of the battle map to account for that.
Imagine taping another piece of graph paper
Yeah,
down.
because I remember the argument was she was just gonna turn around and just fucking mulch you while you were separated from the rest of the party. Yeah, everyone's reunited. It's all good. You go back to Wolfenburg, and you find that, you know, it's nighttime, and a bunch of the crops have been gathered and ignited to maybe do a little sunlight sensitivity for the incoming kobolds. Interesting. I know, because Wolfenburg is kind of like in like lockdown mode because they're ready to receive this this assault. Ramsey gets really spooked that he's about to be assassinated. But I know that you find yes, Macedon. You're kind of brothers in arms to your father, basically your uncle. Not blood related though, in all but name. And I know you talked to him. I forget what you talked to him about, but it's basically like, we're chilling. Everything's all good. Your dad is dead. That sucks.
Yeah, I remember it was. It ended up just being very bantery, because after all that, Griffin was just like, "Oh, you're probably gonna kill me." And he's like, "What? No, I'm not. Why would you ever think I'm gonna do that?" And then Griffin was like, "You're a moron. If I were you, I'd kill me right now. We'll get this chance again." And then Ramsey was like, "You're a moron. You lost our heirlooms like immediately." Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
jumping ahead much, but yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Well, I guess
yeah,
you might,
I
as
remember...
might as well you just give the rest of the recap now, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Knowledgeable.
I just remember distinctly that Griffin was immediately like, "Why aren't you trying to take over the family right now? You won't get this chance again."
Yes. Because like
too good of a boy.
Basically, you like go, you meet with your now lord of a brother. I imagine the meeting being a lot more hostile, but end up turning to banter really quickly. And then the kobolds assaulted Wolfenburg. You guys held your own in the square while the rest of the battle raged around you. Captured a kind of group. I believe I can change it actually. Hold on, one second. There we go. He captured Sir Tito and his children, his soldiers. And then you went to go talk to your brother, found out that there's a little kobold assassin squad sent over there. Most of them were dead. Your brother very injured. This is where I expect you to finish me off now.
Yeah.
Like, this is a perfect setup for you to just kill me. You can just say the kobolds did it.
Yeah.
But you end up bringing him to the church to get healed by Zahir decrees. And unless I'm forgetting something, I believe that's kind of where we ended off.
We had some interrogations of the kobold in the jail.
Yes, because we're kind of initiated the 7-day long rest. And I think like a day or two after, you guys end up visiting and talking to the kobold. Kind of got some information out of him. How they're kind of based. They're based out of Fort Gearum.
Yeah.
They're based at
Why did that make you guys laugh so much?
They're based at a Fort Gearum, which is like kind of the fort that kind of protects the abandoned fort that was built to kind of protect the rest of Wildwood from Bedaron's Folly, which is a man-made artificial swamp that was created by pouring hundreds of gallons, thousands of gallons probably, of water into the hovels of the kobolds to drown them and kill them.
Damn, Tywin.
Yeah, he's a tactician. What can I say? And that I forget what the exact agreement was, but you were going to bring Sir Tito and his children, I don't know why I keep on saying his soldiers, to the fort where his father is. Don't remember why. Maybe I think some Diplo. Perhaps some diplomacy.
I remember a conversation between them, specifically at the end of the fight, where they stopped fighting, and then Ramza was immediately like, "Okay, well, I guess we're done fighting then. We can be friends now."
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what it was. It was like, if you lead us there, we won't like bring you back to the prison or something like that. Ramza was very pro, just let them go. I mean, we already did the fight. Haha, you lost. Nice job. And then that was it.
A very honest perspective.
Yeah, so I think so it's basically like bring him back. I kind of get some like, get some goodwill. And then also to pursue. Well, actually, you got the information that Seven, the Warlord Seven, is the one that has the swords, and he's booking it north. And the plan is to go north, kind of, I guess, do some Diplo with the kobolds at Fort Giram, and then hopefully they'll point you or help you get those swords back somehow.
The kobolds at the fort are not the kobolds who took the swords.
Yes, yes, you are correct. Because from Sir Tito, you got that the 6th and the 89th warbands are at the fort.
Okay. And that wasn't the band of assassins that did break in.
No, the band of assassins were part of the 7th warband.
Gotcha. Enemy locked.
I also forgot that when Ramza was taking his brother out, I believe Sasha and Safrilla looted his letters.
I was kind of hoping you would glaze over this.
Looted his letters, if I remember correctly, you found correspondence with the Duchess of Uccelli, the Lord of Les Carrefours, and
his boyfriend.
Letters to letters to Ramza and Griffin's cousin Margot Forbanti in the north, about like pledging military support, helping quell the rebels there, in terms of like in exchange for like, I know I said something crazy, like tenfold like iron like exports. Like Wolfenburg would just like control the market basically on iron, which would be crazy for them. Correspondence to the Deliverance about like kind of like probing information about them. And then letters, I believe the exact words I said were letters of a romantic nature to Bastani de Cruz, who's the son of the kind of head cleric, head religious figure of Wolfenburg, Zahir de Cruz.
Yeah, and Sasha and I really just didn't know what to do with these, and I don't think we've shared them with anyone.
No. But I do think that Selmy got a sniff of some.
Selmy was like outside of the room or something like that when we left. Yeah, and he's like, "What are you guys doing in there?" Yeah. And I just folded immediately.
Yeah. Damn. True. This is real.
Yo, what's on his tongue? Why is that? Why? Never mind.
It's just the indentation.
Why does he look like he got like a piece of flesh on his?
It's just a shadow of lighting. And I think that
just a trick of the light.
That brings us to present day. which is the 63rd of Fron 1412.
Yes.
And I guess I'll ask if anyone has any, like, because you basically have a week. You have a week to take this long rest, a week in the city. Is there anything you want to do in that week? Is there any downtime stuff? Any...
Safrilla is pretty interested in the nature of this kobold blood. However,
Okay.
does not expect to find any answers here. And if possible, would like to take a vial of the blood for further analysis in the future.
Okay, so the kobolds, are under the Dawn Keep in the prison. A prison which is very not occupied. There's not too much crime in Wolfenburg, so there's really...
But the bodies are not fresh enough to use as a sample now. Because the many kobold bodies, those would all be.
Well, I mean, maybe taking a stroll outside, you see that, there's a lot of bodies outside, and there is a very, deliberate effort by both the guard and, citizens to basically strip the bodies. So basically there's two carts outside. One that has all the weapons and armor and basically anything that can be worth for scrap.
Metal.
And the other one, metal. And the other one are just bodies. And you see that there is tens of thousands of bodies outside that are being cleaned up.
Zam, even.
Well,
Sam,
if uninterrupted, Sphilla will kind of walk around and kind of cut open dead kobolds that aren't being, and try to take enough blood to make a sample.
I guess, when are you doing this?
This would probably be about, a day or two.
Because, well, yeah, so I mean like time of day. Because if you're just doing this out in the open, you're definitely gonna attract some attention just walking up and stabbing some
Well,
kobolds.
honestly, I think her preference would be to kind of wait until they've been gathered up, and then try to, sneak on, because who's gonna be guarding a cart of dead bodies, right?
Well, there's definitely, okay, so there are, maybe, 4, per cart. There's not just, 2 carts in the entire thing. But, there's pairs of carts around the outside of Wolfenburg. And basically each of these pairs of carts are going to have, 1 to 2 guards and then, 5 civilians. And they're all going to be bringing bodies to, near the carts and then stripping the bodies and then, putting the bodies in one and putting the scrap in the other. So these aren't, these are manned carts. You're not just going to be able to walk up and do what you want to these in the...
I mean, I think Safrilla would try to talk to one of the guards then, and just get...
Yeah, so you walk out the north entrance. Well, actually, it's the south entrance of Wolfenburg. 1 second. South entrance of Wolfenburg. And kind of going outside. And then to the left, past the river, you find that kind of near this large gathering of bodies are, 2 guards, 3 or 4 civilians, and they're working.
Sphilla will kind of walk up to the... It's a cart of bodies, right? I mean, so...
there are 2 carts, one with bodies, one with scrap.
Hello?
You see one of the guards that are kind of separating the metal and scrap from the bodies, kind of stops, kind of looks up. Yes?
I was going to ask if I could take a closer look at some of these bodies.
What for?
Did you take part in the battle?
Yes.
One of them got me quite good, and she'll kind of turn around and point to, it's probably bandage, but maybe lower the bandage and show this crossbow bolt that
Yeah.
got her right in the back, almost killed her. I didn't want to find the one that did it and make sure he's been felled, not one of those that escaped.
Well, I haven't found any crossbows out here. But your culprit might be elsewhere.
Would it be much of a burden if I took a look through them?
Look through what?
Corpses. I want to see if the one that shot me has been killed.
You'd recognize the one who shot you?
Yes, I looked into his eyes when he pulled the trigger.
I mean, it's not pretty, but go ahead, I guess.
Thank you. And yeah, she'll kind of start, just kind of, for a while, just kind of like pushing through them, just acting like she's looking for a specific one, and then once she thinks she kind of doesn't have an eye on her, she'll kind of like cut the throat of one or something like that, and try to like hold this vial over and try to get just enough blood.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh my god, where did I put all my dice? Oh, in my dice bag that I bought. The giant bag I got
What?
specifically for my
No
dice.
way.
Alright, my mod is +3. That's a 7. 4 on the dice.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of take your knife, you kind of separate one of these bodies out in the cart, you kind of have your vial, you take your knife, and you slash the throat of this one, but you kind of temporarily forget about the sound that the scales make.
I think she probably
When
got a little
they're-
bit excited, like, fuck yeah, and like kind of cuts it with a little bit too much gusto.
Yeah, you cut it with some gusto, and the scales make a very, not very loud noise, but a very distinct noise.
Fucking
And you
first
see that
roller.
the kind of guard that's like next to you, or not, I mean, not like right next to you, but
Few
near
meters.
you, kind of separating bodies, kind of like looks up. What are you doing?
And I found the one.
You killed him twice?
And I wanted to make sure he don't get back up again.
My friend, none of them are getting back up again.
I was denied the honor of felling this one, so I
And now
get
you
what
have the
licks I
honor of
can.
killing his body.
So kind of do a shrug. And
Elves.
just kind of go for it with the vial and just not expect anyone to care at this point. It's like hold the vial down. This little bottle, not very big. And just try to get the blood anyway, because I mean, who would care about this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of just like goes back to his work and is just like, you elves are silly, I guess.
You speak of quorum? I am very annoyed.
No, it's just not many in BARAVVA would put so much effort into slaying the body of one who hurt them.
Well, my friend, there are few like me. Fewer still.
Like I said, silly elf things.
Well, I've wish I could meet more of my kin to understand our peculiarness.
I'd like to avoid if I can.
Well, I hope you have a nice day dumping bodies. And she'll kind of put the cap on the vial and probably make her leave.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of just shakes his head in annoyance as you
Fucking
leave,
elves, man.
and you head back with the vial of kobold blood.
Instant racism.
Listen, you're out here and you're like attacking bodies. He's like, okay, weird ass elf, I guess.
Look, I'm glad I got the 4 out of the way.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she'll kind of ponder it. She'll maybe give it a, but she'll just
Listener.
kind of like ponder it for a bit. She's probably looked through various books to try to like find like, oh, the demon kobold, but it has come up very sorely. Probably very empty-handed. I'm not even gonna ask to roll because I just don't expect to find information on that here. You know, she's very curious about the infernal nature of some of these kobolds.
Yeah.
Did she find one with infernal blood? Who the fuck knows? But hey, actually, does the blood smell infernal?
You'd have to give it a little taste.
I'll give it a little taste.
You give it a little taste. Tastes a little sulfuric.
Just like I thought. Perhaps a greater mind could find the meaning of this.
Is there anything else you want to do with this, this
No.
blood?
She's gonna hold it for now. Just
Okay.
stow it. Wrap it up carefully.
So is there anything else? Anything else anyone wants to do? In this
I want to
downtime?
seek out Captain Ruiz.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, you make your way, kind of towards the, probably the Dawn Keep. He's somewhere in the Dawn Keep. So you go, yeah. You kind of approach the Dawn Keep, and find, like a guard.
Oh, good day.
No. Lord Ramza. What can I help you with? What
I
do you need?
was looking for the captain.
Well, the captain. Yes, I believe he should just be in the barracks.
Right. Hey, quite a victory last night, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Very one-sided. We like to
yes,
see it.
I believe less than. Well, I mean the shepherds, they took some losses, but I mean look on the outside. Look how many of them we took with.
Good work. And I clap him on the shoulder and then go off where he pointed.
Thank you, Lord Ramsa. It means a lot.
I wink and smile. And then go.
Maybe he should take.
He blushes. He covers his face.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, you go into the Dawn Keep, very familiar location, and you kind of go to the guard barracks, and you find Captain Aubin Reese just kind of conversing with some of his men. He kind of notices you come in. Ramza, what what brings you here? Yes.
You may have heard tell of this expedition me and my friends are undertaking.
Yes. To get the swords back, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I had a few questions for you. I'm
A few questions.
sure this is something my father would have maybe instructed me on at some point in the future, but I haven't yet led anything of this sort in my life. I don't want to ask Griffin about it, but
Yes.
I need help arranging transportation. I have my own horse, but I fear if we are trying to chase down an enemy, going on foot isn't going to cut it.
Yes, it
Perhaps a wagon as well.
will not. So are you asking me to requisition you a wagon?
That would be perfect.
Yes. Yeah, I can get you one.
Wonderful. I was also wondering, you know, me and numbers don't get along. Do you know of any good arithmeticians in the city?
Arithmeticians. Well, I mean, you have the Aritas are in town. They you know, they trade. They move a lot of money around. I'm sure you can find someone in their ranks who could deal with some numbers. But yeah, I mean, in terms of numbers, I think you're best sticking with merchants.
Right.
Or those who deal in that in trade.
I hope to eventually get to pick up this skill, but quartermastery should not be left to myself.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, it is below you.
Ramza just like shrugs apathetically at that.
Those are those who lead, and there are those who count.
I guess I just feel I have much to live up to.
Yes, I guess your father was the exception.
Well, I think that more or less covers any inadequacies I saw. Do you have any advice?
Advice on what?
Oh, just traveling around, leading.
Traveling around leading. Well, I mean, I found that the best way to lead is to lead by example. You know, if you know those under you see you putting in as much work and putting as much as they're putting on the line, you know, it feels good to follow someone like that. That and be smart. You know, tricks and tactics that can make it so that you minimize your losses and maximize the enemy's losses are always fantastic for morale.
I hadn't thought about that. Last question.
Yes.
It's been some time since I've been back home, and never been back home in a position I find myself now. Is there a gathering place for mercenaries? Or should I just tour taverns?
I mean, the premier spot is going to be the den. You can just walk around there, look for anyone who's armed and armored, and it's a mercenary. It's a hotspot.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, if you need anything, just let me know, and I can. I'll do whatever I can.
Ramza smiles big, feels like he's got like a good friend in Wolfenburg. Yeah. And then just waves and leaves.
Safe travels, Ramza.
Ramza just nods.
All right.
So I want to, I guess, get Safrilla and the others together, if possible.
Okay,
Probably Safrilla would definitely be in the den. Probably in the Bloodmare's area, unless she's hanging out with Sasha in the tavern proper.
Yeah. A good place to start would be the den, because Safrilla and Sasha are gonna be there. And also there's a good chance the rest of them are gonna be there, just because it's a very nice, like, tavern. It's got a good, you know, good amenities, good meeting place.
All right. I do have a money question.
For who?
My own character.
like
I don't have anything down. I don't know how much money I started with. Also, did I get paid for the transportation?
The transportation was 25 gold, which is an exorbitant amount for what you did. But
I think you gave some of that gold to your mercenaries too. So I think starting was like 25 gold or something like that for you.
So I think
I
you're
could check. There's
I
just,
think
like,
you're
no
probably
gold.
somewhere around like 30 gold.
Yeah, because you're probably more
Okay,
well off than
maybe.
me.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
Let's 1 second.
Because if you go back to
Oh,
the
wait, hold
first Ramza sheet, it might have the gold.
First Ramses sheet doesn't have anything filled out. Neither does my character sheet. Yeah, I'm word searching both of them. I think I just didn't write it down.
Okay, we can calculate.
My mistake.
Good.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I guess you head into the den. To go find Sifrilla and Sasha, or
Yeah.
yeah, you head into the den. Like always, it's very lively, very busy, very loud. There's always 24/7 like live entertainment playing. And yeah, it's fucking bustling like always.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I'll search around, see who's currently in.
Who's currently you
Like
actually
familiar
spot
faces.
kind of almost sticking out because they're wearing black and also nice armor, or the two mercenaries who you've hired but haven't exactly delivered the contract to. Lionel and Fatima. They're sitting at a table, eating, drinking, just kind of chilling.
Yeah. All right.
Is there a performance going on in this tavern?
Yes.
Okay, Sprilla's probably like dancing then.
Nice.
Yeah. So like, at the kind of left end, I guess if you're entering, there's a big stage, and in front of that, there's space for people to dance. And then around there's a shit ton of like round tables, and then on the sides there's booths, and on like the far like north end there's like a kind of like private suites. So yeah, you're I guess you're somewhere on the dance floor.
So Sprilla's probably pretty center stage, juggling her dagger and short sword.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you see Lionel and Fatima kind of at one of these like mid kind of round tables, just kind of chilling, and then I guess you see, because it would be hard to miss, Sifrilla in the middle of the dance floor.
Alright.
She's kind of like sliding around, very focused. It almost looks like she has her eyes closed, but she's moving pretty quickly, so it's hard to tell.
Nice. I guess I'll go to Lionel Fatima first, because I have the contract, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where basically I know we had this conversation like an hour ago, but what was the rate?
It was 10 gold pieces per month each.
Yeah, okay, so basically
And Griffin thinks it's
Better than I make!
a company or something.
You literally
Yeah.
make better. You're paying them better than I get paid.
yes. You are overpaying them a little bit, which I think is
In Rams's
bit.
head, he's
Perfect.
like, man, I can hire 3 more people with the 30 gold.
These guys are gonna fight until their last fucking breath, though.
Yeah, so
They're
so
getting paid
basically
exorbitantly.
you've written up contracts that they're going to be paid 20 gold per month, not each but like total, like their band, the band
Yeah.
of the two of them,
Yeah.
we paid 20 gold. Right, wait, you said 10 gold each, right?
Yeah, it
Okay,
says
okay.
for both in all caps and in parentheses.
Yeah, okay, so their band will be paid 20 gold upon the completion of the month of their services. Yeah. They're just chilling, eating. Lionel is drinking, eating. Fatima just kind of has her arms crossed, kind of almost catatonic. But hello, you're not looping? Don't think so.
Yeah, as the music kind of. Never mind.
Oh, I got
Music
it.
cuts out.
They stopped playing for just a moment, you know.
But
you approach them.
Yeah, I'll like go up to the table, plant my hands on it. My friends.
Didn't
Mean to get you chewing. I think you'll find this most agreeable. And I put the contract on the table.
My friend, what is this? 20 gold for a month?
Yes. It's hazardous work.
Fantastic. Can I ask, what exactly are going to be our duties? Like,
we are going to be chasing down the 7th warband.
Who is that?
More kobolds. The ones we routed the other night.
Fantastic. Okay. So we're
Shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, if we can take last night as an example.
Yes. So we're just going to be killing kobolds, basically?
Specifically, some heirlooms of my house were taken. We are meant to go out and retrieve them.
Okay. Yeah.
But regardless, there will be more work after this, so month to month. If you'd find the company agreeable, we could keep this going however long.
And you're going to be paying us the same rates?
Ramses shrugs and says, "It's not my money."
Okay. Well, I mean, this contract is for 1 month, so after the month, we'll see what happens. The contract will be renewed, or they'll be changed, or renegotiated, or whatever, and then we'll do that then, okay? But now, do you have something I can sign with this with, like right now?
Does Ramza like have any form of writing on him? I guess no.
Would Ramza have like a
hell
like a feather and ink on
I'm
him?
gonna look around to see if there's anyone who'd like have that on them.
Yeah, I think you can find, like, if you're just like looking around. Actually, give me a perception check.
So true.
I will mention while you're rolling this, after the first set of the music, Sophilla will go and like sit down like with Sasha and like just kind of like maybe begin writing something.
Yeah, I got a 16 total.
16, fantastic. Yeah, you find some like kind of like forest green, like dragonborn, and some like nice like black and like red silks. And he seems to be like a merchant, like he's doing like inventory like type shit.
Merchant, you say?
Yeah.
Huh. Well.
Fantastic.
Hello there, my friend.
Can I help you?
Yes, I believe you can. How does the day find you?
Pretty alright. Nice entertainment, nice food. Nice
Great.
place to rest.
Could I borrow your quill? I'll return it in a moment.
He kind of like looks you up, kind of identifies that like you're not like some like hooligan, like you're obviously someone who's not gonna like steal his quill for no reason, and he gives it to you.
Excellent. What is your name?
My name is Claudio Dampiani. I'm a merchant.
Oh. Wonderful. There's like a light in Rams's eyes, like, wow, this is so easy. And then he's just like, I'll be back in a moment, in 2 swishes of a tail. Don't move. And then
Okay.
I go back over to the other group with the quill.
Cool. Fantastic.
On the way over, like passing by Safrilla's table. Safrilla, so nice to see you out.
Sasha can turn up. Ramza. Hi.
What are you doing here?
Hello. Signing contracts, gathering, mastering for the test to come.
To kind of give a quick glance at Sasha and back to you. Are we chasing after those lizards so soon?
Of course, if we wait too long, who knows if we'd even be able to
Yes.
catch them.
Exactly. We need to be on them as soon as possible.
Well, I suppose you should talk to Quantum about this. Make sure we get paid.
Is this a thing for my character? I might have missed a name. With a what was that?
Well,
name?
No.
Well, she sees you kind of like be like you're like huh?
Signing contracts.
No, he's leader of the Bloodmares.
Yeah. Quorum Bloodmare. The
And
elf.
I would be going behind his back if I were to make an agreement without him. She gives a little smirk.
He's a ash
Alright.
though, so.
This is troubling. I will return to this in a moment. Don't move. And then Ramza goes over to
Yeah,
the
we're not
table.
going anywhere, Ramza.
You think he intends to pay us? She says to Sasha.
Does he
Or do you
intend to
think
pay
he's
us?
trying to get this? Do you think he's going to try to get our services on favor?
He does the 2 fingers, pointed eyes over you, watching you symbol, and then goes over the
You think
mercenaries.
Quorum is going to accept a favor?
No, I do
Fucking
not think
ass.
Quorum is going to take. Do not think he's going to have the money to pay Quorum. Is all. That we might
Money
have
to
to
pay Quorum?
take this pro bono.
So Frilla, you just paid 2 mercenaries 10 gold a month.
What? What? Is that being Griffin? Well, then I have no worries at all.
Don't worry, no. I mean, he might as well be running out the coffers.
Do you think you could pickpocket those mercenaries?
They're
Why?
fighting in the.
It's a lot of gold they have on them. Just a thought is all.
I mean, it might be, but I mean,
Would be pretty impressive.
the big woman kind of scares me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, obviously, I could slip out, but if I'm not able to slip out, she's fucking killing me.
Maybe we will think about this later.
I'm not about to risk my life for 10 gold.
We've killed for less. A
Speak
lot,
for
a lot
yourself.
less. You are not. Whatever.
Yeah, you come back with the contract, or not the contract, the quill. Ah,
Yeah,
right.
you are?
I see that you have the quill. Fantastic.
Sign away.
Yes. She signs his name, Lionel Perigo. There we go. I guess we're in your service now.
Wonderful.
Is there anything that needs to be done right now?
Yes, I believe there is. I have requisitioned a cart for the journey ahead. We have some days before we travel in earnest, but could I rely on you to fit it for our journey? Pack things in.
Yes. I mean, we can do that work. My concern is that I don't know if they would hand over the cart to us because we're just a pair of mercenaries. We don't really have any authority. But
I
mean,
will write and stamp a letter to send you with. I think.
Okay, I mean, if we do have some, a writ of authority, it will be done.
Wonderful. And then go back over to the Dragonborn. Claudio!
Yes. Do you have my quill?
I hand the quill back to him.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome. And thank you for the quill.
It's nothing.
I find these days there are less and less people who would be so trustworthy to do something like this for a stranger. So, thank you for that. Are you currently working?
Yes. Like
Damn.
in general,
Oof.
like right now.
Oh, I meant, are you on a contract or between you?
I mean, I'm a merchant. I buy things, I transport them, I sell them.
Ah,
That is my livelihood. That's how I make money.
right. Would you be interested in quartermastery?
I mean, I believe I have the skills for it. I guess the question I would ask is, how much are my services worth?
I'm gonna roll a quick insight check for Ramza on himself based on the past, 2 minutes and how people have reacted to the last contract to see if he realizes that was maybe too much money to pay someone. 4. He says, how about 10 gold for a month?
Yes. Yes. He stands up, forgets whatever he's doing and extends out his hand.
Wonderful. It will be dangerous work. We are chasing down a warband of kobolds. Is this agreeable to you? Have you ever undertaken anything similar to this?
I mean, I travel the roads. Sometimes they can be dangerous. Sometimes they're safe, but I mean, it sounds like if you need a quartermaster, there's a sizable force with us. So I should be fine, right?
It is
What?
adequate force.
That being said,
10?
and how many are we fighting?
Who's to say?
Okay. So, I mean, in that case, I mean, the work is dangerous. Yes, it could be that we fight 6. It could be that we fight 6,000.
If there are 6,000, we will not be fighting them.
You understand what I mean, though. It could be hazardous. Okay.
Sure thing.
And sometimes, if work is dangerous, do something called hazard pay. It's a little bit extra that you pay to account for the hazardous nature of the work. Right? So
what's your weapon of choice?
My weapon of choice is the quill. It is money.
Hazard pay, I thought you would be fighting with us. I will ask around, Claudio. I may return to you.
What about what?
Ramza, already started turning around.
Wait, about what, my friend? This is rude to turn away in the middle of a conversation.
Oh, I need someone very dependable to manage this whole expedition. I'm a lord here. I have not properly introduced myself. I am Ramza Beowulf. Pleased to make acquaintance.
Oh, Lord Beowulf. I mean, Lord Ramza. I mean, and he does a very deep bow. It is an honor that you've come seeking my services.
Right. So, I take it at this point, martial prowess is outside of your skill set?
Yes. Yes, I'm like a books and paper and gold kind of guy, you know?
Right. Have you ever dealt with mercenaries or hiring
Yeah, all the time.
Roll insight,
Go ahead.
please. 14?
Okay.
Has he done this all the time?
Okay, so he rolled a 5. So the impression that you get is he knows like how to hire a mercenary. He knows like, you know, maybe some traits, but he's definitely upselling himself. Like he's maybe hired a few mercenaries, you know, like he knows the process, but you know, it's not something he's incredibly experienced in. He's trying to upsell himself, basically. Is the idea that you get?
Oh, mass people and your merchanting tricks. Look, I see great potential in you. I appreciate your proactivity. Look, I don't know you that well. I would love to see you in action, in a sense. How about this? Ramza like twirls some fur between two claws for a second, thinking, and then says, "You are concerned about the danger of this trip."
In a sense, yes. I mean, it's like, if it is to be very treacherous, you know, I would like to be adequately compensated for that treachery.
Right. I personally, I don't see it this way, but this is fine. We are allowed to disagree on these things. I am seeking, how to describe. I want to plant some roots down as far as getting to know merchant people. I could ask my brother to just give me a quartermaster, but between you and I don't really trust him with these things. So I'd like someone who's in my corner all the way. Know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. You'd like to cultivate, you know, your people, your court, you know?
A
lord needs a court.
A trial then.
A trial?
I am going to give you 10 gold pieces. This will be your payment and also your budget.
So my salary is my budget?
Yes. If you feel this will be hazardous, you may use it to hire mercenaries.
Insane.
If you are so skilled at hiring them, well, find as many as you feel will make you safe, and then we will set out together. How does this sound?
So is this meant to purchase goods and supplies, or is this just the mercenary fund that is my salary?
Yes, your salary and the mercenary fund. As quartermaster, you can manage the wages.
Okay, so... But the supplies, this will not come out of the 10 gold I am paid. The supplies I'll need to procure. And
supplies? No, we can figure this out otherwise.
Okay, so it's just the mercenaries that are attached.
I just want to gauge your skill at finding good fighting men, and hey, if this job goes well, maybe you'll have future employment.
Oh, I mean the. Do you need more people? Because I mean, if you're confident in our forces, yes, then do we need to hire more?
I'll leave that to your discretion. We have... Ramza holds up his hand and starts counting off on his fingers. How many people do we have? Is it 9? 8?
Okay, so you have you, Ramza.
Safrilla.
You
two
have
mercenaries.
Safrilla, 2. You have 2 mercenaries, 4, and you have the 4 cornerstones, which is 8. So you currently have 8.
Counting yourself, we are a party of 8.
Okay.
Still not trying to negotiate. I'd
So-
Ramza nods, self-satisfied.
So you said I'm to be the quartermaster, but what exactly are my duties? What would you like me to manage?
I'd prefer over the trip to know how much food we need.
Okay.
You know, make sure we're well equipped in these things, the equipment to repair what we have.
Okay.
Transportation, I have requisitioned a cart, but if you
Fantastic.
purchase the services of more mercenaries, we may need more like this.
Okay.
Honestly, I was expecting you to know these things.
I mean, I don't want to step on any toes, as it were, you know. I'd like to know.
Diplomacy, we have covered. You needn't worry about this. But
yes.
mostly distributing wages, finding more to work for us. I predict we may also need, perhaps a chef? I don't know. If this is something you'd like, maybe. Again, we will use this as a test run for your abilities.
Okay. Yeah. Listen. And he kind of like walks towards you, kind of puts both of his hands on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, I got it. Okay. See, I'm the middleman. Okay, I'm the middleman. You need mercenaries, I'll get them for you. You need food, I'll get them for you. If you need a chef, I'll find him.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Randall holds out his hand to shake.
He shakes it instantly.
Great. Your trial begins. And Ramza pulls out 10 gold and hands it to him.
Fantastic.
We are leaving in, 6 days? When are we
Okay.
leaving?
That's perfect for me.
Alright.
I can't believe you're paying the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
quartermaster as
yeah.
much as you're paying each of the mercenaries.
Well, he's also buying more mercenaries, supposedly, so
Well, right.
we'll figure out what good rates are. That's his wages / the mercenary fund.
Those 2 mercenaries better be like elite shock troopers.
Hey, they were
They're pretty
really
good.
good.
They're pretty good.
Alright, and then finally go over to Safrilla's table. Alright.
Seems
have,
you're really apt at making friends. Seems like that went well.
Oh, yes. People have a great fondness for me. I'm not sure why. Just like doing the thing where he crosses a gold coin across his knuckles as like a trick.
Your coin purse like jingles a little bit as you like shift around.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's that convincing voice you've got.
That's true.
Right. I think there are many in this city who are ready to put their best foot forward for the services of Wolfen.
Yes.
It's refreshing
yes.
to see, honestly.
I mean, is that not what we pride ourselves on?
Right?
These kobolds may
He's-
have unwittingly
does-
brought their own end. They've lit a fire under us.
Yes,
Now we will go
exactly.
chase them down.
They've awakened the wolf, as they say, or something. I don't know.
Well, this is more like a cougar.
The cougar?
Hmm?
You describe Griffin or but Daron
Really?
Beowulf as a cougar?
I have a good
You describe them
feeling
as a
about
wolf?
all of
It's
these.
their sigil. It's their name.
No, it's a little bit cliche.
This is an important matter. We will need. Oh, what shall our company be named? It's not cornerstones. We have too many now.
I mean, but it's, I mean that's our name. That's our name.
Traditionally, a name for a company comes after the first battle, but
Really?
well, from my understanding of naming,
Perhaps we'll need to
Yeah,
hire
I'm
a
gonna
bard to take down our triumphs. Ramza doesn't laugh when he says that. He's completely serious.
but what did you say?
Perhaps we'll need to hire a bard to take down our triumphs.
I mean, I know your brother plays, doesn't he? Can you get him?
Unfortunately, I don't think he's ready for battle necessarily.
Don't tell that to
It's,
him.
well, I mean, but do bards need to be ready for battle? They just need to, observe the scene and then write about it and play it. Yes.
Writing
Ramza
poetry
is
is quite
going to be
hard work.
repeatedly surprised by people not being able to fight while in a warband. Oh, right.
I mean, if your brother is the bard, yes. I mean, he doesn't need to fight.
I think he's going to be mostly just money changing within Wolfenburg, but it's a nice thought.
I think he's too busy writing letters in his tower to come with us out
Right.
into the woods.
Speaking of writing letters, you're saying you might not be able to join us.
No,
You have business
is-
with you.
that is not what I mean. What I mean is that you will have to go talk to our boss.
Ah.
But if it is between you and me, I am quite interested in these kobolds, and I am looking for an excuse to chase after them.
Could you take temporary leave?
I suppose, but my coin purse would be quite elate with me.
Yes.
How
I
about
mean,
10 gold?
yeah.
No, I could agree to this, but well, yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
So are you gonna give that now or
Or later, or now, maybe.
If I have to pay each of the cornerstones 10 gold, I'm going to run out of money.
Why do you need to pay the rest of them?
Huh?
Why do you need to pay the rest of them?
Well, it would be unfair to pay you and then not pay them.
But
Well,
I mean, it's like
We're the
It's-
mercenaries. The
Yeah,
rest of
I
the
mean, yeah.
cornerstones are not paid soldiers.
I mean, they're doing it out of their the goodness of their heart. Yes.
Out of our childhood
Unfortunately-
connections.
Unfortunately, we cannot because we are bound by contract and employment.
And if I were to take a job without
Ah.
compensation, I might, well, lose some respect with my boss.
I will go talk to him and smooth this out. Oh, actually, I've just hired this mercenary, not mercenary, merchant, who is very confident about hiring people for the job. So maybe I'll have him do that.
Okay.
I would expect you to be a bit more convincing.
Can you give him the 10 gold, the 20
20
gold
gold.
that each of us or that we'll get amongst ourselves?
Huh?
Give it to him and then he can give it to us. Is that how
Yes.
that works?
I'm not sure. I will ask him. Ram just starts to get up to leave. Yeah, I guess I'll go find Claudio if he's still on the road.
Yeah, you go and he now has a fresh piece of paper and he's like, actually, what can you read? What's your literacy?
Holy shit.
Let me look.
Did I write this down?
I wrote it down somewhere.
I'm
No, I
proficient.
messaged it to you. That's what I did.
Mmm.
I'm common
Common.
Yeah, okay. Common.
Oh,
Common.
actually, I
manner
had 2
speak
more
fluent.
points. Okay, what's a 2-point literacy if there exists one?
There is not. The other literacy, other than like the foreign, like dwarvish, elvish, is Old Tongue literacy, which is like draconic and like that family, and that's 4.
Okay, then it's just common.
Okay, yeah, you see, and he's writing in Madre Lingua / Draconic. But he's got a fresh piece of paper. Yes, Lord Ramza. What can I do for you?
See those two over there?
Yes.
They are friends of mine, but unlike my other compatriots who are coming on this journey, they are bound by contracts. They cannot offer their services for free. They already report to a company.
Okay.
I was wondering if, and this would be, I was wondering if you could go negotiate with their leader about how much it will cost to hire them for this expedition, and then come back to me, and we'll figure it out.
Okay. So, one thing.
Yes?
What are their names? Because I think you're asking me to ask specifically for members of a company. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm gonna need what are their names?
Come over.
Come.
Ramza like takes his arm and lifts him off of the
okay.
table and like starts dragging him over.
Does he's still writing, right?
Well, he drops his quill.
Does
when
ink
he's
spill over the
hoisted
page?
The like residual ink that is on his quill kind of dots the page a little bit when it falls, but there's no major spillage. And yeah, you're
Our new mercenary, merchant, Claudio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sophia, Dobrota, it's a pleasure to meet you.
fantastic. Sasha, Ritza. You see that actually make it insight check.
Both of us?
Both of you.
9.
17.
17. Ramza, fantastic introduction.
Actually, sorry, 16.
Everyone is vibing with each other. The energies are connecting very well.
Yeah.
Safrilla, you kind of see that like this is a dragonborn, but if he had hair on his neck, it would have stood up when Sasha said that he was an Aritza.
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's just I don't meet a lot of people. I do like to network, but
You are a merchant, you not meet many people.
I do meet a lot of people. I meet many people, but sometimes I get a little nervous. Especially when there's a lord touching me right now, and
It is rare to see an elf like myself. I can understand why you might feel a little nervous.
what?
Well, you likely have not seen many of my kind. If at all.
I mean, I am a merchant. I do get around. I meet many people.
Many elves?
Not many elves, but many different kinds of people. So it's.
Well, do not fear. You are in good company here. We are celebrating.
What are we celebrating?
Well, we are still celebrating the defeat of the Kobolds, no?
Yes.
Squint eyes a bit. Yes?
I'm glad we're all in agreement.
What are we in agreement?
That the
I'm not sure,
Kobolds
but
have
you
been
both think
defeated,
yes.
huh?
Exactly.
Yes, I agree. The kobolds,
So,
they have been defeated. I agree.
now you're face. Oh, by the way, we will be traveling with a few of these kobolds. I forgot to mention. So,
Why?
they agreed to us to them, and between you and I believe that Tito is a trustworthy sword. So,
All right.
you know their faces and names. Go off, find the leader of the Red Mouse, and then report back to me.
The Bloodmares.
All right.
The Bloodmare. How could I forget?
Bloodmare's a bit
It's
of
been
a...
a long
So where is this leader that I have to talk to?
If you go up those stairs over there and take a right, make sure you knock twice on the door. It's
Alright.
the door with the red one.
Okay.
Go roleplay
Alright,
with
I'll-
yourself.
I'll go do that. He kind of like steps away and kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder, Ramza. Can we talk for just one second? Just
Sure.
one.
Ramza
Hey.
doesn't move.
I mean, like away.
Oh,
So Frilla will lean into Sasha. I think we might have made him a little bit scared.
You take you know, the den is pretty loud, so you only need to take like 5 or 6 steps to basically be out of earshot. And he kind of comes close to you. Okay, so do we need them?
they're my friends. Of course we need them.
Okay, but like, do we need more? Like, we're a party of 8, you know? Like, it's a strong party, yes?
They are 2 of those 8.
Fuck, okay.
Look, go figure out what the prices
Okay.
will be, and then we'll talk afterwards.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I got this.
Frilla will like keep talking to Sasha. Did you see how he reacted when you gave him your name? I
What?
think he's a bit scared of you, that merchant.
Yeah, I mean, they can do what, they can think what they want. They can do what they want. I care less.
Perhaps, but well, I hope Quorum doesn't see the weakness in him.
The weakness in the shaking, shivering merchant who is going to
Well,
ask
it's,
specifically for the 2 of us?
It's quite an awkward position he's been thrust into, but if Ramza sees the potential in him, well...
Hey, Ramza.
Ramza comes like, I do like that fellow. He is shivering with anticipation for the job ahead.
So, Ramza, so you paid the mercenaries, the other mercenaries, 10 gold. You were going to pay us 10 gold. How much did you pay him?
Oh, 10 gold.
And, well... Is this
Well-
really a sustainable payout?
Well, the 10 gold that he has received is also the funds for purchasing more mercenaries.
you-
Ramza, you do realize that disincentivizes him from purchasing mercenaries.
You need to give him his own...
It means he won't want to purchase mercenaries if his income is tied to those mercenaries. He's just going to take the 10 gold and probably just roll the dice.
You might need to give him more money.
Yes, you could do that. Okay, honestly, Ramza, I see an opportunity to make a little bit of money here, but I'm actually genuinely kind of worried for you.
I think it's quite funny.
You're paying all these people way too much.
Oh, this is why I needed a quartermaster.
So, perhaps as a start, you have well, he's already gone to speak with Quorum. It's perhaps a bit
Yes.
tad too late, but giving him a separate income that is not tied to our own success might be good.
Yes, I think in the future, you need to separate the mercenary fund from the salary.
Very well.
Yeah,
I did tell him this is sort of being used as a trial of his skill at locating. I figured he would be interested in a trial like this. So, if we find him unsatisfactory, we could go with someone else in the future.
Right,
In the
but you
future.
may have given him quite a down payment.
Yes.
Wait, so you gave him the 10 gold? You didn't give him a contract for 10 gold? You gave him 10 gold.
Well, he needs it to find mercenaries.
Okay.
The mercenaries he's not going to fucking hire because it is his gold he's going to be hoping to take home to pay for his bed and his drink.
Honestly, if I was that merchant, I'd already be skipping down.
So did we see him go to like the Bloodmare
Yes.
door? Okay.
He's
like
gone
look
there.
over at the door's just like hanging open. like
Ramza
Like wind
shrugs
blowing
and says, I have a great feeling about this fellow. Look, if he betrays my trust, he'll never be allowed in Wolfenburg again.
That's true. That's true. And as a merchant, that is not a good. That is not a good thing. But yes, we do have. Wait, I mean, he could have given you a fake name, couldn't he?
The deal was not really on the table when I asked him his name. I was only asking for a quill.
You know, Lamza, I was looking forward to you meeting Quorum, but perhaps a better, different day.
Perhaps. I was looking forward to it as well.
Well, then why did you send him to do the negotiations for you?
I must trial this merchant, see if he's good at his job.
You have thrown him to, well, into the Bay of Wolfenburg. Let's see if he swims out.
Indeed.
Is bay the right word? It wouldn't be a bay, right? It'd be more like the sea.
I mean, there is. No, it's a very. I don't think you can call it a bay because it's very small. But
Well, you threw him into the freezing waters. Let's hope he can swim.
Right. I'm also going to. I guess the other thing I want to do with the break is pen a letter to Ferdinand.
okay.
And just be like, hey, this is what's going on right now. This is what I'm about to do. It's looking like I'm going to be controlling some band of warriors in the foreseeable future. Does that sound interesting to you? Hope it's been going well. Just along
Okay.
that line.
Miss you, heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, miss you, heart.
Kissy face. Okay, gotcha.
XOXO.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. I
First, you gotta
guess.
roleplay
Yeah,
with yourself a
I'll
little
like
bit, maybe?
actually write it out at some point.
Yeah.
But
Fantastic. But yeah, kind of as you guys are having this conversation, the music dies down just a little bit. No, it doesn't stop, but it definitely kind of like takes a back seat. And you see kind of approaching your table. Quite quickly would be the wrong word, but you know, with haste, you see 4 figures. The 2 kind of up front, you see are they are kind of heavily armored North Kamari infantry in that
shit.
style.
oh my
So they
gosh.
have like Morians. You see that under their Morians, they kind of have like a silk bandana. They kind of excess fabric kind of falling down the side of their face. And then on their Morians, on the back, they have these big kind of feathers, wide feathers. And there's 3 of them. All of them have like pastel colored feather in the back of their Morians. There's like one that's like a pastel green. There's like a pastel blue. There's like pastel pink. All of them have rapiers at the side of their
In hand?
hilt. Not in hand. In hand.
Okay.
It's kind of like in their hilt, but they have their
Because
hand
I
like
kill you.
on their hilt. They have like this like they have like breastplates
Like this, sort of, right?
Yeah. That,
Or, like,
that's kind of
pointing them towards you.
yeah. They're stabbing you right now. And then kind of under their like nice kind of like later like 14th 15th century breastplates, they have kind of like loose gambeson that go to their like forearms, and then under their forearms they have, or under the gambeson they have metal gauntlets. And then they've got these like loose puffy pants that tighten into nice boots. Nice in the sense that they're like combat ready boots, not that they're like very like flashy. Those are the 3 figures. There's 2 in the front, and then there's 1 behind another figure, kind of in the rear. And the middle figure almost looks like a silhouette because they have like this big, like thick wool cloak on. And you even hear as they walk towards you that like with every movement of the cloak, there's like a metallic like clinking.
And they're moving straight toward us, right?
They're moving right towards you, yeah.
So Frilla immediately like tenses up and will kind of put one hand above the table, and with the other will kind of subtly like grab the hilt of her, or grab the grip of her.
You see
sword.
Sasha just kind of like sighs and kind of puts his hand like in his face, because as you see that the two figures kind of walk right towards, or like right past you, and the cloaked figure kind of stops by your table, kind of looks like turns towards you, and she kind of pulls back her hood, and you see it's like a shorter woman, kind of average build, but you notice that she has the exact same ashy kind of charcoal gray fur pattern that Sasha does, and you recognize this as his mother, Amari Aritza.
So Frilla immediately relaxes.
Yeah. She's got like a like I described the cloak, but under the cloak you see that she's got her kind of like signature like black like reinforced leather armor that almost looks like it could be like a garment. Like to the untrained eye, like this could just be a clothing piece. It's a very well concealed piece of armor. And she looks to you, Ramza. Ramza, fancy seeing you here. How are you doing?
Ramza does a little bow. Wonderful to see you.
Fantastic.
Oh, sorry, what was her name again?
Amari. Amari. Aritza.
Safrilla will give a little nod to her. I'm sure that Safrilla, she's probably like a second mother to her at this point, a little bit, right? Like, how close? Because Safrilla would spend a ton of time around Sasha. They're close, right?
Relatively. Amari's always doing shit, so she's not terribly present.
I would just for my own role, I would imagine Safrilla kind of like looks up to her to an extent. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, it's not like you're terribly close, but you're as close as, you know, you can be to someone who's always traveling. She's always doing things.
I wish my adopted mother was that cool.
Yeah. Wow, you know your adopted mother was part of the Rowdy 8? Put some respect on her name.
She doesn't hustle like that, though.
She does not hustle like that.
Doesn't have the mindset.
Yeah, and like after addressing Ramza very kindly, she immediately like flicks to you two and is like, inside, and kind of points to the Bloodmare kind of area, the door of the suite.
So people give a frown.
Sasha instantly gets up, kind of bows and walks swiftly to the inside.
Sabrina will pick up the cue and follow.
Ramza goes to hang out with Lionel and Fox.
The first thing was, I'll be seeing you around, Ramza.
Wonderful. I wasn't expecting you. I wish I had something to prepare. Give you more of a.
You're so kind.
Lordly welcome. You know.
Well, I mean, I do like to kind of slip in and out of the city, but yes, I'm sorry about your father. He's a good man.
Ramza, it looks like maybe he's been putting on a bit of a front today, and he like finally looks devastatingly sad for a second, and then it's just like, it was well known about him being a good man, and then goes off.
What was that? Ramza, come here. She opens her arms for a hug.
Yeah, of course Ramza does it.
Yeah, and like as she hugs you, you can feel all of the throwing knives in her cloak kind of clink around on your armor.
Thank God you have armor. You could have fucking stabbed yourself trying to hug her.
They're all pre-poisoned, ready to go.
That's not out of the question.
Poison her feet?
Yeah, she kind of offers you this very motherly embrace, If you need anything, Ramza, just let me know, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Listen. Everything's going to be okay.
I hope so.
I don't like that. Nothing is gonna go wrong.
You're a strong kid, Ramza. You'll come out the other end. Alright?
Right. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, she kind of walks off. The kind of rear guard, kind of elite infantry guy kind of gives you a little bow, and then they head off to the Bloodmare area. Yeah, and I guess at this point you go hang out with your new mercenary friends, I guess.
I'm in
A
trouble.
meeting between the Bloodmares and some fucking
Oh
dragon.
yeah.
that's
Also,
there.
hold on 1 second. Yeah. Also, Claudio is at their table. So the tables have been consolidated, and you go hang out with them. But in the meantime, Zafrilla, you hold on. 1 second. Let me grab this. Yeah, so you enter the you enter the Bloodmare kind of suite, little suite that you have. You enter there and you kind of wait. Sorry, Claudio's not by the table. He's here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is a lot going on.
Yeah, so you enter the Bloodmare area and you hear Claudio like, so it's like an expedition. So we're like we're going north, and Ramza, Lord Ramza, you know him. He's
He is a
he's
man.
going north.
This
And,
was the perfect guy for the job.
I can't believe you
and-
sent him in here just to do this alone.
And yeah, so just to like set the scene a little bit, like this is like a suite, kind of in front of the door, like maybe about 10 feet, is this little desk that it's a medium size.
Little,
desk,
no,
okay?
this would be a big desk.
It's a medium size. It's a pretty average size, maybe a little bit extra.
But it is
sized
balsa
desk.
wood.
It's nice wood though. It's
Saul Goodman aspects.
and behind the desk is Quorum Bloodmare. He looks like he's looking at Claudio with like dead eyes. Like he he does not want to be here. And then to the like left, in kind of like a booth area, is the squire and the squire's squire. I mean, he's like, I guess kind of intimidatingly like sharpening his sword. That's probably not helping. Yeah, and then Claudio is just in the middle of this like open space in front of the desk, just kind of stammering his words as you and Sasha come in. He kind of looks back, very terrified, because now he's surrounded, and you guys are kind of blocking the exit.
Yeah, Safrilla is a little nervous, but she tries to keep a straight face in front of her boss, and she'll just kind of sally up, or take a few steps and kind of be a few steps behind Claudio. Is it Claudio? Right?
Yeah, he kind of like looks behind, like,
Go on.
This Lord Ramza and the swords. No, we're going north. We need 2 people to make it 8 people total. And kind of at that moment, kind of bursting in, kind of like they own the place, are the like two to
Elite guard.
to elite guard, and one immediately goes kind of not next to Quorum, but kind of in the area, because like the door that feeds into the room is like to the right, so like it's on the right side of the room, so you can go straight and you can also go immediately left. One goes kind of straight to kind of secure where Quorum is, and then the one on the left immediately turns left and like kind of pushes Claudio out of the way. And shortly behind them, Amari comes in. Well, how does today find you, my valuable assets? Quorum kind of stands up, kind of sighs. Amari walks forward. Never mind. So, I've got some work for you. Specifically, you two. And she kind of just like regards you and Sasha. So,
I thought.
Why are you speaking? Thank you. So, the Ramza, just lost his father. So tragic. He's going north in the Wildwood to pursue the Kobolds, get their swords back. Fantastic. What I need you two to do is to accompany him. Do you understand? Safrilla?
Yeah, Safrilla will nod.
Okay. Sashito? And he nods. Fantastic. So you'll do this free of charge. You'll just offer your services out of the kindness of your own hearts.
Oh my god.
And however, while you're in the Wildwood, at some point on the way there, on the way back, I really can't care. You need to link up with my assets in Lupo's Rock. Because I have lost contact with my assets in Kamta. Now, that could mean that either my assets in Kamta are gone, or that means that the East Gate is compromised. My assets at Lupo's Rock should know, or they'll point you in the right direction. I don't know. I'm not there. But I need you to accompany Ramza, do whatever the fuck this quest is, link up with my assets at Lupo's Rock, and then report back to me. Now you might be asking, who are your assets in Lupo's Rock? I'd be very stupid to tell you who they are, so they'll find you. You two are not hard to find. Any questions?
She'll shake her head no.
Fantastic. Okay.
If I may look at, well, I mean, I guess Quorum is probably straight faced. I guess there's really no reaction to ask about.
Do an insight check.
Okay, well, that was gonna fall, I guess. 16 again.
Cool. Quorum is someone who, has been around, has done a lot of things to earn a lot of respect. He doesn't like having his proverbial balls in a vice, because Amara Ritza is the only reason why you guys aren't. She's basically on the curb, fending for yourself against like Uccelli.
Basically, our boss doesn't want to have a boss, but he does have a boss.
Yeah, and he has a boss that is crucial for his survival.
And funny enough, I mean, the kid works for. He's in a delicate position because I mean, like Quorum could get cooed and she could put Sasha in charge. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, it's his thing, but like, his position is bit tenuous.
Yeah, because basically the Bloodmares exist
By her grace, right?
by her grace, yes. And Quorum knows this, Amari knows this. Amari knows this well, because she can walk in the room and act like she owns the place, because she does. And Quorum does not like any bit of it.
Well, Safrilla has some things she'd like to say, but she won't because she is deferential to Quorum in this circumstance.
Yeah. So he kind of looks around. There's no questions. Awesome. She kind of goes over to Sasha. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Yeah, she kind of goes over to Sasha. Kind of like grabs him by the cheek, kind of kisses him. And you see something catches her eye. And she kind of pulls down his collar a little bit by his neck. And she notices a little pair of bite marks. Safrilla, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, literate, fluent, Manner speak fluent, Old Tongue literate, Elvish literate, and fluent.
Okay, yeah. So
there's
you
no way I understand.
Yeah, you hear that Amari and Sasha in Bascula, which is the language of North Kamar, they briefly having a little argument, and then without any sort of other grace or
Holy shit.
anything else, she leaves.
Did he look at me?
She side-eyes you.
Critical morale.
On the way out, she gives you a little side eye.
So Frilla's morale goes from like plus 15% to like minus 50. And suddenly she kind of like just feels very dejected.
And kind of like about a second after Amari and the kind of red new leaves, Sasha also leaves. He doesn't want to be in this room anymore.
Was it Quillen still here, whatever his name is? What's his?
Claudio is just standing there mortified.
So Frilla will walk up, put a hand on his shoulder. Leave.
Yeah. And he trots out.
So Frilla will glance to her left over at Emil, and then look kind of lower her gaze and look back to Cordum and give a deep sort of like bow.
Yeah, you've seen that the air in the room is tense to say the least. Kind of awkward. Like it's just like, okay, I guess that happened. All right. And he kind of receives your bow with a head nod and sits down. He doesn't immediately go back to work though. He kind of just sits there.
Before I depart, is there anything that you would have of me?
Just do what she said.
I'm sorry.
About what?
I do not know, but it is because I feel like perhaps she shouldn't have been able to stroll in like that. Information is too loose.
I mean, she's the reason why we're here. She's the reason why we're not.
I had some nice gold lined up. It's a shame.
Well, I mean, they pay our bills, so that's the privilege they get, is they can tell us to do.
Yes. It is a little nerving how much influence she has, particularly over her son, naturally. But what choice do we have?
None.
I will fulfill what she asks. I will do what has to be done.
Of course.
And she'll turn and she'll leave.
Awesome. We're back in the den.
Claudio, what price did you negotiate?
Well, they're coming for free.
Ramsey looks genuinely shocked.
Sifrilla sits down
Please
in
speak,
the...
Claudio. I didn't know you were a savant of coin.
I'm not.
Sifrilla sits down in the booth, completely straight-faced, very stiff. We, will be acting out of our goodwill.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, this is... I'm touched.
Well, you should be.
So Sasha kind of is like, but if you do want to pay us the 10 gold,
You will
we
not
can
be paying us.
we can
1 cent.
still accept it.
No. No. We will take no such payment from you.
Fuck. Claudio kind of, well, that is settled. And correct me, my lord, but we don't need to hire any more mercenaries, right? Those are the last ones that need to be hired for free. Yes.
If I might have a word, I think Claudio did an excellent job in there, and I think that he could negotiate probably more contracts of a similar degree if given a more coherent, logical budget.
Being perfectly honest, my lord, I don't know how much I can say about what happened in there.
Hey, that's alright. I've never pushed into these dealings myself. But look, Claudio, if you could get 2 high-quality mercenaries for free like that, I mean, it's what, 5 minutes? Why stop there?
You
I will
know,
not tell you what to do, but give him the money that you promised us. Let him keep that 10 gold that he has as his payment, and then use the rest of the money you are going to hire Sasha and I with for either requisition supply or more swords.
We do need supply. Claudio, that money was for you to hire mercenaries with as well. Look, we've already shaken. I'm not going to change this deal now, but if I've mainly gotten you to muster mercenaries, which I don't believe I'm very good at myself, if you're not going to do that, then... Ramsey just sort of shrugs. I don't know. I may look elsewhere for the next expedition.
my lord, just tell me what you need done and I'll do it.
Great. Immediately turns to Sifrilla and Sasha. How many do you think would be a good amount? I mean, we want to move quickly, but...
If we wish for quality over quantity, there are still, well, a Bloodmare unhired.
Right.
But that will cost more than it would, well, half a dozen swords.
How many do you
Otherwise.
think it would be before we are just getting slowed down?
Well, the wagon can hold what? 6 to 8 on its own?
You see Lionel kind of pipes up a little bit. Well, I mean, we are going to have supplies also, so we can't
Before,
exactly
then.
hold that many. But also, like, I guess I tried to ask this before, but do we need how many people do we need? What engagements are we going to be taking?
That is the thing, we do not know. I would say a dozen would be enough.
Because I mean, we have what, 9 people? 9 people now?
I would not count the quartermaster in that number.
Oh, I mean, 9 with horses, with a cart.
This journey will take some time. Perhaps it would be better to save our money for quality supplies.
Yes, or hiring 2 mercenaries for the next month.
Turns around to Claudia and just says like, all right, I will put it to you. Find 2 more quality mercenaries like this, and we'll probably be good.
2 more. Okay.
But you need to pay this man. That is apart from the budget. There is a budget that he can work with, and then there is his payments. These are not one and the same. You understand me, Ramza? You can laugh at me, but I need to know that you understand this.
Yes, I hear you.
It's because he is incentivized because his salary.
Just give him the money.
The image of all this being said in front of Claudio.
He's just standing there.
Getting actively scolded for spending so much money on this quartermaster right in front of him.
Listen, my lord, I assure you, I will strive to make your money's worth of my services.
Perfect. And what more could I ask of you than that you try hard?
Yes.
Alright. Is there anything else we need done? Oh! Once we have all those, all of our company together, Claudio, if you could figure out how much supplies we would need for the journey. That would be great.
Do we think this is going to take? 2-3 months?
Well, we are behind.
We might need half a year worth of supplies to make the round trip.
Aren't we going to a specific place, though?
Yes.
I'm just asking, like, we're going to a specific location.
Yeah, I wonder if someone had some sort of map.
What?
That'd be crazy if there's some sort of map that you could measure distances or something. That'd be crazy. Deny entry. Deny entry. So, are you guys on the right scene? Are you on this map?
It's loading.
I think so.
I need to allocate more RAM.
Okay. I see the Ramza
Okay,
pointer.
I see it. I see it.
Okay, awesome. Safrilla pointer. Fantastic. So you see, well, on the table, Claudio is actually like, hold on. And he kind of reaches into like his bag and he pulls out a map.
Wow, this is quite detailed.
Yeah, I mean, I need detailed maps to travel. I mean, I'd like to know the roads and the smaller roads that, you know, could be like shortcuts and whatever, I don't know.
I'm glad to see that you at least can navigate well.
Yes. Yeah. I think Sasha was there for the interrogation. So he kind of like pipes up like, well, okay, so we're in Wolfenburg, obviously, yes?
Right.
And I believe the Kobolds said that they were based in Fort Giram, which is over here, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it's approximately 150 kilometers to the fort.
Right.
Owie.
And we aren't going to be on roads, so it's going to take us longer than it would.
Well, how long would it take if we went west along the road and then cut through?
Like here, then here.
Points to Lupo. What if we went this way?
Well, okay, so the dotted lines, that's not road. This is
The
road.
border of the wild.
Yeah, this is the border of the wildwood. Is the dotted line.
Would
So-
it be?
It would like
Say-
double the distance, perhaps, if we
But
went
hear me out. If we
diagonal
cut
to
straight
them.
through to Fort Garum, we have to trudge through the swamp. We cannot get a cart through the swamp off road. But if we go around, cut through the road, go to Lupo's Rock, we might bypass the swamp.
It's really the swamp is on the other side. It's on the north. But they're on
Oh,
Selmy.
what the fuck is Gascon's Gambit? What are those circles?
Those are.
I thought that was a swamp. Sorry.
No. Gascon's Gambit is kind of this in the Wildwood. There's like basically what happened is there's a
Fired. Right?
yes, there's a bunch of basically a bunch of kobolds invading, and Gascon's Gambit was like, okay, so we're gonna dump a bunch of oil in rings to basically like trap and disorganize them, and then the kind of Wildwood defense system would basically trigger and then kill the kobolds. But it kind of left basically permanent like burnt scar on the Wildwood, as like this area is just like fucking like ash and bones.
Gotcha.
In these like interconnected rings.
Perhaps we should consult somebody who's traveled through the Wildwood before.
Great point. Claudio, make one of those two familiar with the area, someone who would know how to travel quickly through it.
Would the Selmy know anything about the Wildwood?
Would Selmy know anything?
He actually
Is-
would, because
Oh.
he was in I believe this is public knowledge, they used in Kamta for a while. So he would have traveled through the Wildwood.
Well,
So-
we would need his perspective on this, I believe.
We could get that sick ranger ability.
What I am
It would
concerned
be a
is
lot
that
more doable.
our wagon cannot go off-road.
Right, it
This
is woods.
This is true. The wagon would likely get caught in the woods.
So that is why I believe we make for Lupo's Rock and then cut northeast.
Would there be less wood this way
Absolutely.
comparatively?
Well, I was thinking, could we take a boat up the river and then cut?
This is turning into quite the journey, because now we're talking more at like 300 kilometers.
Oh, that's true.
The thing is there aren't really boats here because there's not travel that is here.
Yeah, my main concern is like moving supply.
Could go ask sorry, going through list of names real quick. Could go back and talk to Aubin again and ask if we could maybe requisition horses instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess because I want to ask Selmy what if it is possible for us to take our horses through the woods. Because if we have to,
yeah.
we can't fucking cut down the whole forest to make room for our wagon or some shit. We'll just get
Yeah,
ourselves
we're
killed.
probably just gonna need to do just horses then. But yeah, ideally we just need to go there, then come back, and they hopefully brought the equipment back to their fort instead of somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's more a lead than anything. But I mean, sorry, I'm just talking about normal, but
No. I mean, well, it's kind of.
it's just sort of like.
Well,
meta.
this is yeah.
But I think in either case we're gonna end up just going there and then coming back.
Yeah, probably a straight shot. However, I do need to go to Lupo's Rock, and I am gonna get to Lupo's Rock.
We could, depending on how it goes, maybe we go up there and then Lupo's Rock, then use the main road back.
Yeah, but what if the people at the fort know something about the movement into the kobolds? What if we get some good info there?
I guess.
To be
I don't know.
to,
I'm
to,
just
to be
thinking
clear,
expediency is more
the
important on the way
the
there.
fort is occupied by kobolds. This is a previously abandoned fort that have the kobolds are not okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to, get my job done.
Right. Okay.
But you don't know that though,
In that case,
because you don't know that I need. You don't know that I need to get to Lupo's
I
Rock.
think it would be incredibly easy to sway Ramza to go to Lupo's Rock. Like, shockingly easy.
Sasha, should we tell him?
You could be like, oh, halfway there we could get beds and baths, and he'd be like, oh, say less.
So the thing is I feel if we go to Lupo's Rock, that is a detour that we're taking when we don't have time to take a detour. Yes?
So you're saying we take it on the way back?
I think it's best if we take it on the way back.
I just want to make sure we get this done.
Yes, believe me, this needs to get done. But
Her voice kind of wavers a bit, kind of betraying her nervousness.
But if we go to Lupo's Rock, and if we waste time there, and if the kobolds continue and we lose them, then we lose them and we lose the swords, and that's bad.
Alright, but we must accept the reality that on the way back, we might have to trek off on our own. Hopefully it will not come to that, but...
I mean, worst case scenario, we make our way back, and then, we go west towards Lupo's Rock, and the rest go towards Wolfenburg, and then we meet them back. We can figure it out on the way back, because that's when we have time.
Your mother terrifies me.
Yeah, and as she should.
Well, it seems like it is settled, though I do think we might still yet learn more from talking to Selmy, and whoever this quartermaster can drag up.
Right. Alright, I know I've given you many different conflicting commands, Claudio. This is the last real one.
Yes. What do you need, my lord? What can I...
Hand of the king!
What can I get you?
Make sure the two that we hire are experienced riders. Preferably having their own horses already.
And to further reiterate, your hiring of these mercenaries will not go into your payments. These are two separate pools of money you are purchasing from.
Is it?
Well, in the future. I mean, we already
No,
shook
it
up.
is. We cannot... we must be logical. Ramza, please. Shake on it again, then. Just repen the contract. Is it that
Again?
difficult? Ugh.
Contract?
It wasn't a contract.
Why are you still standing here? Go get those mercenaries.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Ramza,
need some
like,
clarification. So is the 10 gold that I'm being paid? Is that still the money I need to pay the mercenaries?
Is it Ramza? Is it?
At Saphrilla's chiding. I'm gonna make a new insight check for Ramza.
For those
16!
really
Okay,
irritated
okay.
just in general, and she's taking it out on you.
16. Ramza's just like, how about at least for this first mission, Claudio? We'll do a split of 5 and 5.
5 and 5, okay. So
But if you do it well, maybe you will get more at the end of contract.
okay. So if I have 5 gold to purchase a mercenary with a horse for a month,
2 mercenaries.
5 gold is not going to get me 2 horsemen.
Do I need to pay you too? Is it not enough to serve this lording?
Why do you speak ill of my Lord Ramza?
Thank you, Claudio. How about this?
Matter design.
I'll change your budget for hiring to 10.
Okay.
Your payments will remain 5. But we can renegotiate, you know, how much you are paid in the future, just depending on how this goes.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Great.
So the 10 gold that I have now, mercenary fund. I will be paid.
And this 5 golds, and Ramza pulls out another 5. It's for you.
Okay. Okay. And if I do well,
Yes, you'll be paid more if you do well. If we make
will
it
be
through this and
paid
you're still alive, you'll be paid
again,
more.
not necessarily more, but I will be paid again, perhaps more, in the future.
If need be, I will pay you. If you do well.
I have
All
great
right.
faith in you, Claudio.
Okay. I have 10 gold.
You are in big now. You are with the
Okay.
Elitsas, the Bloodmares. You have this could be big. Could be big for you.
So, do you need these mercenaries for a month?
How long would it take? Because I don't know how accurate these numbers are, but in chat back in 2023, you said like 50 kilometers a day on
Yes.
horse, but it is through
50
the woods.
kilometers a day on roads.
Yeah.
And I believe the number is half.
But doesn't Ranger counter that?
One second. I mean, what ranger ability is that?
IDK. I think that's revised
it is.
Ranger.
It is like their main. Hold on.
Natural Explorer, difficult terrain doesn't kill your group's travels, can't become lost except by magic. When you forage, you find more food. I guess because difficult terrain would be the forest, right? It also depends on. I don't know. I remember Ulf was pretty important for this reason.
Yeah, I can't remember where specifically that came from.
Yeah.
But,
I guess because Natural Explorer difficult terrain doesn't slow group travel. While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, is Selmy's favorite terrain forest? I mean, this is why I want
No.
to talk to him, but okay.
Actually, you don't know. You don't know.
Well, I do know because you said no.
Well, I was lying to you
Unhear
just
that.
then. I literally just lied to you.
Can we get Selmy in here?
You can go try to find him, yeah. You don't have a summon button, but yeah.
He doesn't frequent the den. At least
I mean, he's not here right now.
Ramza, if you are keen to stay here, I would be of mind to go fetch Selmy.
sounds good.
Do you know where I could find him?
Do I know where?
I was honestly asking Aaron there.
Give
but-
me. Well, I mean, it's good that you asked Ramza because that's a correct line of
Yeah.
Give me like a pretty low like insight check.
Insight. Alright. Oh my god, I got an 18 on the dice, so just 18,
Fantastic.
but-
Well, Selmy arrived
Don't be
pretty
inside
recently. He's probably like visiting his family. He's probably with his family.
So true. I would guess that he is with family right now.
Well, if you are keen to stay here, I will go fetch him. If not, you are welcome to join me. She also gives a sidelong glance to Sasha as she says this too.
I'll stay here for a time.
I'm sorry. Were you trying to tell me something, Sevilla?
I'm also extending this invitation to you if you would like to join me as well.
Do you want me to come?
I would prefer it. But if you think you are needed for the planning here, then
Just say
by all
yes.
means.
Just say yes. That's all you have to do.
I will not decide for you.
No, that's not.
And if you wish to stay here with your girls, you are more than welcome to.
Ooh.
So I'm sorry, Sevilla. There is one woman here, and she's in full plate armor, and she has not spoken at all. And there's you. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Just say yes. Just say you would like me to tag along with you.
I suppose I'll be going alone then.
All right. Good luck.
Can I don't know if Safrilla has much of a relationship with Selmy personally, because I feel like I mostly know him because he knows Ramza.
This
more
is like
so.
a
Friend of a friend.
friend of a friend kind of like. You guys haven't spent very much one-on-one time together at all. But I mean, like, you're close in the sense that you're like the same like friend group, and you guys hang out. But it's like you don't have like a one-on-one relationship with Selmy at all, basically.
Well, stealing her nerves, she'll go off to the what's their last name again? I'm sorry.
Suki.
The Zuki household.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I just wanted to say, as far as the doubling travel time, it was just that the whole of the Caldwood was difficult terrain, and Alf was having it. The only thing that doubles it is the Barbarian trait.
Oh, the eagle or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my thought is that if you can get a ranger who has their favored terrain as like the Wildwood, then you can travel at regular speed.
Perfect. I think that's like gonna be the main objective of hiring these extra mercenaries.
Yes.
Well, then instead of giving him another set of orders, how about we just have Claudia? I think we'd rather have one ranger with the favored terrain than two rangers without. You know what I mean? Like we need that, right? So
Yeah,
I think we just go for the one that's quality.
I mean,
like if
I
it's a
think-
choice like that.
Yeah, I think it'll just turn out what it is.
Yeah.
My dream scenario is we get like one ranger like that and one cavalier, but we'll just see.
Yeah.
However far 10 gold will stretch.
I mean,
Yeah.
10 gold
Go to the bathroom.
could be able to get us some good soldiers, but yeah.
I mean, it's like, but it's for a month though. It's a long stretch of time.
Yeah, so I know he'll probably have to see how his charisma does. We'll see, or whatever.
Yes.
I guess I will take this opportunity to go to the bathroom as well and just take a little,
Okay. Take a
quick little,
break.
yeah, quick little break here. But Safrilla is internally, a little bit, this is gonna be really awkward awkward's putting it lightly. Can be a little, this it's kind of fucked up that she's going here to this household.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
And she's kind of annoyed that Sasha isn't coming with her to back her up.
I don't know. He said, "Do you want me to come?" And you said,
Right,
just say yes." And then
Oh, no,
you
I-
said no.
Well, I know. Safrilla is being, I don't know if petty is the right word, but, she expects him to follow her without her having to ask, and so she's kind of frustrated that he wouldn't back her up. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I understand that obviously she should just say yes, right, if that's what she wants, but she's got this air of, she's she's got this ego and superiority, so she thinks she shouldn't even have to, demand. Anyway,
Battle of
so
the egos.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna go piss. Go piss, girl.
That's what I'm saying. They really don't know. They don't know. They're unaware of the things happening. The machinations behind the scenes.
I have returned.
Oh shit, he's back. Welcome back. Bless. Okay. So, Safrilla, you walk outside. It's probably like afternoon, late afternoon. The day is
I feel
still
like
young.
we talked in there for like an hour or two in character.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff happening in the den. A lot of stuff happening outside.
A lot of ears in there.
A lot of ears. Many, many ears. Some would say even double the amount of people in there. But you walk out of the den. You go through the bustling Wolfenburg city, which is quite interesting because it was attacked a few months ago, and it was attacked yesterday, and like people are still very much like, damn cows, shut the fuck up.
There'd probably be livestock. There's like a market where there's like livestock for sale.
It's probably a little bit of livestock, There's a few livestock.
Well, not like it's like being raised here, but this is where there's like a market. They're selling it.
Yeah. Yeah, but the streets are very vibrant, very like determined, very industrious for a city that was attacked just like a few nights ago.
Are people cleaning up the like blood stains, or is that just left?
There is some cleanup inside the city, especially by the docks, by the port. But most of the cleanup is relegated to outside the walls, where they were massacred. But yeah, there's a little bit of cleanup, but for the most part, like very like life goes on.
The show must go.
But not even like in a melancholic way, but like we fucked up the people who tried to invade us twice. Like, we're gaming. But yeah, so you walk through the city, and you make your way over to, I believe, if I can find it, if it's probably somewhere up here. Actually, 1 second. That will only take a second.
The zucchini household.
The area named Sunford. What the fuck? You walk over to Sunford, which is kind of like the more like upscale area, where there's like kind of like small manors, and you walk over to a nice, very nice, one of the bigger manors. It's got the Zuki standard, which is has a bull on it, and like over a libra, like a scale. If I can, but yeah,
Huh, hardly know her.
True, yeah. It's kind of like this big manor. It's got a gate, and there's a guard standing in front of it.
Philo will approach the guard, give a little, light head bow. I am sent here by Ramza. I bring word for Selmy.
You have a message for him?
Indeed.
What is the message?
Well, this guy's a house guard, right? He's got like the This isn't just like a private jobber security guard. No, this is a house guard. We are to make for the Wildwood, and we are in need of a skilled ranger.
Okay, so you want to
Ramza needs his help. He has sent me to bring the word.
All right, I'll go grab him.
Thank you.
He kind of opens the gate, closes it behind
Oh,
him.
my name is Safrilla, by the way.
Yes, I know.
I do not know that you know. I'm not so presumptuous.
And he walks into the manor, and about a few moments later, he arrives at Selmy.
Selmy, it is nice to see you.
Yes, so
Um,
Ramza needs me right now?
Doesn't have to be today if you are busy, but we intend to go chase down the 7th warband that is, we believe, has taken the Beowulf swords into the Wildwood. We need your help.
Yes, of course I'll help Ramza.
We're gathering at the den, organizing right now.
Alright. Yeah, just let me finish up here and I'll head right over.
How's he, has word reached here yet? Can I roll insight if he knows yet?
Yeah, roll insight.
Ooh, only a 10.
Well, he rolled a nat 1, so you can see that there's like a little bit of like a sour mood, like a down. Some bad news has reached the Zuki household.
Will you be able to join us today?
Yes, just give me a few minutes, and then I'll head on over.
Alright, well, I will let him know that you are on your way.
Fantastic. And
I
he
hope-
heads in.
Have a nice rest of your day. And she will, head back to the den. Her gut kind of, she feels this nasty feeling in her stomach as she walks away.
Why? Why
But
would you
she,
feel bad?
Puts her chin up and, shoves it down. And walks back to the den.
Yeah, you
Doesn't look back. She doesn't look back over her shoulder.
You head back to the den. Find your compatriots gathered.
She sits down at the table, kind of kicks her hood back. I have given word to Selmy he is on his way, but it might be an hour or so, maybe 2.
Oh, no problem. We are not really in a rush right now. We have some days.
She briefly makes eye contact with Sasha and holds it for just a moment, and go back. Well, I think I'm going to go. I might go take a moment to myself, if that is alright.
Of course.
Yeah, and she'll go retreat to her room for a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Ramza, Mr. Rami, give
Yes.
me a little bit of investigation check as you've been conversing with Lionel and Fatima. Well, really just Lionel. Fatima hasn't spoken. But, yeah, give me a little investigation check.
Alright, I think I have a -1 to this.
Lovely.
12 total. 13 -1.
12?
Yeah.
God, a party without guidance is so fucked.
Yeah, just from, like, talking to them, well, him, you kind of get the sense, that's, well, you get the information that, Lionel and Fatima were both part, not of, like, a regular, like, a mercenary adventurer kind of band, but they were part of a, like, legit, like, free company. And I don't know if I've explained the difference between, like, mercenaries and a free company, but a free company is basically like a freelance, like, army. Like,
So
They
like
did.
one of the gold armies from Song of Ice and Fire.
yeah, like when in A Song of Ice and Fire, when they talk about like mercenary bands, like they're talking about like armies that they're hiring,
Right.
and then like in BARAVVA, like that's a free company, like a
Yeah.
freelance army. But like mercenary band, adventurers, these are like groups of like less than 20 people who are doing like odd jobs basically.
Right.
So yeah, so you get
Gotcha.
this. Yeah, so you get the information that these are like legit like fighters, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, and sometime later, Selmy joins your table. Hey, everyone. Excuse me. Repeat. I was told I was needed.
Oh. Yes, I suppose so. Uh, how much I forget how up to date Selmy is on like the plans and things that are going on.
I mean, he knows that the 7th Warband has the swords. The 7th Warband is in the Wildwood going north. And you guys are going to retrieve them. And that's really about it.
All right. So good to see you.
Yes.
I have been constructing plans. It looks like we'll have 3 or 4 more swords. I've hired a quartermaster as well to take care of our expenditures.
That's funny how you're the one making plans. What, I mean,
Whose idea was that?
I mean, forgive me, but why do we need a quartermaster?
Ramsa just like looks confused at him. Well, mercenary bands usually have one. Most armies do.
This is this is true, Ramsa. But how many men are we fielding?
Including the kobold. 12? A dozen?
12. I mean, for 12,
Maybe this is trivial to you. For
yes,
me, this is too much to manage.
say that managing supplies for a whole 12 people is not that difficult of a task.
Look, I'd love to have a money changer in town who I can rely on to not be in Griffin's pocket. I thought this would be a good start on that.
I mean, the question is do you not? I mean, making connections with the merchants and inroads there is a pretty smart idea.
I know we have the Aritzas, but that's more of a familiar connection. I'd not like to rely on them so heavily.
Yes, I mean, you also have me and my family.
That is true.
Yes, and I do have.
How is your family?
I mean, they're good, but we were expecting some more family, but they didn't make it to on the road.
At this point, Safrilo will come down and rejoin the table. Recomposed.
Yeah,
Right.
my father's cousin and his family, his wife and two daughters. They didn't.
Well, you know, the roads are not so safe these days. I myself needed to take a week-long detour. I'm sure they're coming along.
What?
On the way back, I had to stay in the village for a week. They were bandits.
No,
Did
I
I
mean
not tell you about this?
they found them.
What?
They found what remained of their carriage.
Oh.
This was your cousin, you say?
Yes. I mean, my two little cousins. It was my father's cousin and his family. They come pretty often from Quattrovia to visit us.
My friend, I'm sorry to have pulled your attention from this. If you'd rather be with your family now,
No, I.
fully understand.
It's best that I'm not there.
I've
It's
taken a similar approach to things.
It's good that I have something to do.
Yes.
I am sorry for your loss.
Well, it seems most of our arrangements are already made.
Selmy, the
Oh, yeah.
reason we particularly need you, do you have experience with the Wildwood?
I mean, I've gone through it a couple times, but I mean, I'm no Wolfenberg Ranger.
How would you... Would it be delusional to think we could bring our horses into the wood with us?
Okay, so the thing is, you can bring your horses, but you won't get any faster than a trot. If you try to run your horses through the woods, it will not be good for the horse.
Well, then, I suppose we have no choice. We need them to help us carry our supplies. So,
For that, I mean, how long is this journey?
Ideally, yeah.
maybe 3, should things go sour?
Say that again?
Well,
Maybe 3 if things go sour.
3 days?
no.
3 weeks?
We are planning to return by way of Lupo's Rock, and depending how things go, we may have to recuperate there.
It's not a bad idea. Yes, I mean, if we're going to be out there for 3 weeks, we can't rely on the saddlebags or that. We need some dedicated storage. I mean, what we could do, right, is we could get a small cart, right? Not like a full-size one, but just a singular horse-drawn one. Just pull it along.
A good idea. I'll speak to Obin. See if
However,
there's-
what you would need that horse that is pulling the cart, the small cart. It needs to be riderless, because if not,
Right.
yes. So you need the extra horse. So you need horses to mount everyone, and then you need one more for the cart to pull your extra supplies.
Do you have a horse?
I have a horse, yes.
Good. So, for getting people horses, how many
Yes.
in the group have horses?
So, all the cornerstones have horses. Sasha, Benoit, Marie, Selmy,
Sifrilla.
Very nice.
Sifrilla, Ramza. 6 people have horses. Lionel and Fatima do not have horses. Claudio, he's probably renting horses. So he probably could acquire a horse, but Would he acquire a horse out of his own pocket, though? That is the question. So basically, you would need to acquire 4 horses.
Yeah. Alright.
Which is a little bit taller task than a cart.
How much would renting a horse cost about?
Renting a horse for a month? Or like what time frame are you looking for?
Yeah, I guess a month.
And like what horses are you looking for? Are you looking like for
Writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
default
if they
cost
can
is
only-
75 GP, right? So it'd be 75 silver.
If we can only trot, I don't think we're gonna be like fighting with them, so they don't need to be like super
This is true,
fast
yeah.
horses.
Yeah, so you have a riding horse, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a... Hold on.
There's a draft horse, which I think is cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I think there's draft riding, war horse, pony, donkey, ox.
Draft horse is a little slower, though. So yeah, so I'd probably say that you need probably about 4 riding horses.
Gotcha.
And allegedly they're 75 gold. $750,000. Awesome. Yeah, 75 GP. Yeah.
I
So
That
don't
was a
think
riding
we
horse
can.
in.
We cannot
50,000
build that
worth.
capital.
That was in real life, apparently.
We might need to take out
Yeah.
some loans.
Yeah, I think a single horse for a month, riding horse for a month would probably be around like 3 gold.
Alright.
So about a silver per day.
Okay. Is this affecting our travel speed, whether they're a riding horse or draft horse?
Well,
I mean,
depends.
the draft horse is like its speed is 40 instead of 60.
Hmm. I think the main thing is like if it ends up costing like way more to have riding horses for everyone, but like the difference in price doesn't equate to the amount of time it would save, then it wouldn't be that much, worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like in that case, probably better to get 3 draft horses and a mule for the cart.
Okay, so the travel times is like a riding horse travel time. So, and like if you do buy horse, and if you do like if you get a ranger so you can travel at full speed, because of the difference in the riding horse is 40 compared to 60, you would be able to travel probably about 38 kilometers per day instead of 50.
Well, Seems like we want quality over quantity. No.
Yeah.
And the riding horse is going to cost how much in BARAVVA? Or sorry, Wolfenburg?
Well, here's the thing. If we're hiring them for a month, the riding horses, it should take like 3 days to get there versus 4 days with draft horses.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a huge difference, especially if we're renting them out for a month.
Above board, it kind of depends on how many random encounters we're rolling. But that's more like a mechanical mind. But, yeah, I mean, I would rather have 2 more mercenaries on draft horses and 1 mercenary on draft horses and 1 mercenary on a riding horse, I guess? I don't know. Because, like, 3 to 4 days isn't that bad.
Yeah. Because just dividing 160 kilometers, it's with riding horses, 2 2/3, with draft horses. Yeah.
So how much are riding horses?
Yeah, we didn't actually figure out.
So
okay.
riding horses for a month would cost 3 gold per horse for a month.
Okay.
All right.
So if you wanted to get 3 horses for 30 days, it would be 9 gold.
I see. What? Okay.
Can we just let the quartermaster figure this out?
Yeah, what I was thinking as well, look, if it's gonna take 3 days to get there, hold on, let me do some, this is the best part of D&D, the math of it all.
Absolutely.
So, 3 days to get there, then we're going there, probably gonna have to pay a ferry.
Well, we can't go across
There
the
isn't
lake.
gonna be a ferry because there's no there's no travel.
We're gonna have to
So
go
we
around the
like,
southern side.
down here.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go around the lake.
Yeah, so let's say 160, then we take this path, 120. So we're up to 280. And then from there.
Because it's 300 kilometers to go to the Fort Gyrum and then Lupo's Rock. And then from Lupo's Rock, it's another... Well, it's like 30 kilometers to the road, but there's probably a road connecting Lupo's Rock to the main road. I guess it's around like 175 kilometers, give or take, but the road kind of curves a bit, so I don't know. So all in all, that would be close to 500 kilometers. Exactly, maybe more like 475. Not too crazy. And we travel how fast?
In that case, we'd be looking at 8 days of travel. So
Okay.
a little, like, pretty close to a week. If
But-
we rest for a week, it
Yeah, I
would
was
be 2
gonna
weeks.
say.
What I'm saying is I don't think we're hitting a month on these horses.
I think you're right.
We could pay out for the full
But
month, but we should anticipate other costs.
We should also anticipate combats. We're gonna have probably 2 to 3 combats. We're gonna have to long rest at least once, guaranteed once. Twice, hopefully not.
So
2 to 3
we can
combats, what
presume
is she
we're gonna
talking
spend. We could also just throw in another day for things happening. We could presume to be spending like 16 days out there.
Yeah, there's no way we
Like
don't get
half a
waylaid a bit. There's no way we don't, get ambushed with some shit.
Would we
So-
be able to rent horses for less than a month, or is it like hard set needs to be a monthly rate?
I mean, we could try to haggle with them. You are the heir apparent, after all.
I guess.
Yeah, like I don't. I mean, I can't. I like to me, it's like. No, you have to rent them for a month. Like that doesn't make too much sense to me. Like I feel like you could rent them for 2 weeks.
But if we keep them out longer, we have to pay like
That's
interest.
true. That's true. There is going to be extra fees.
So if we keep them longer than the
Or there
2
might not
weeks,
be. I don't
and
know.
we come back,
Order
they might
error.
hassle
Who
us
knows?
about it.
I think order of operations, first see if Aubin can manage anything for like giving us stuff, like the small
True.
cart and all that.
Horses, maybe even.
Yeah, if there's horses to spare, that would be great. Otherwise, rent them for 2 weeks, and then if we go like 2 days over, probably isn't going to exceed the cost of renting them for a month anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so
so
let's
the-
just get the contract out of the way.
Yeah.
So, it's 1 silver per day for
Mhm.
these horses.
Okay.
Our estimate for how long it's going to take is
2 weeks.
yeah.
But realistically, it might be 3.
I
So,
closed Chrome.
damn, I saw that.
Dang it.
That was sad. I saw
Restore
Ramsey
window.
disappear.
Alright.
Okay. I'm just thinking here.
So it's gonna be like, 14 gold pieces down payment on those horses, or sorry, silver pieces. And I mean, we can pay that. We don't need the quartermaster to pay that, I don't think, or we can get it without having to pay. And then
Okay.
we're still looking for another mercenary. So it'll kind of depend. I mean, this is all dependent on how many fucking mercenaries the quartermaster hires. If he gets 1, we only need 1 horse. If he gets 2, we need 2. He doesn't have a horse though, so we need 2 anyway. So it's I guess it's a matter of 2 or 3. Or is he
Well,
hauling the cart?
I requested that they be mercenaries who already had
horses,
horses.
Oh,
That's why
if we
I
get
give him the extra money.
1 back, and then we have gold left over, we can just put that towards horses.
I feel like, how long would it take him to find a mercenary?
We do have multiple days.
True. Yeah.
I mean, ideally,
We're
rent the
not leaving
horses
for like
right
6
before we
days
leave.
still, right? Or
Yeah.
a few more days, yeah. Okay.
So, what's the horse situation?
First,
well-
I'm gonna go see what Aubin can offer for requisitions, because I asked for the
Fantastic.
cart.
Yes.
Looks like we're not getting the big cart. Gonna go back over, see what's up, and then rent horses, riding horses at the rate of a silver a day for however long we're gonna end up needing them, which looks like it's gonna be like 17, 18 days.
And I'll join you with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head over. You guys head over to the Dawn Keep. Ramza already met with Aubin a few hours earlier. So you guys head up. Ramza, you twice in a day. What's the deal with that?
Making arrangements. I
can see,
apologize
yeah,
if I'm imposing.
we're
We
getting the
could
cart
come back
ready.
another time.
No, it's fine.
Well, then I'm glad I caught you now. You know we will be traversing the wildwoods.
Yes.
Perhaps, I mean, do you think this cart would be worthy for such a thing, or would we need something smaller?
Okay, so you're going through like the wildwood, like
Yes.
the trees and yeah, cars probably not a good idea.
I apologize for my lack of foresight here. I was perhaps overeager.
It's all right. I mean, it's not too much lost there. So do you need something else or?
We would need horses maybe.
You need the horses. That's a little bit more of an ask than the cart. Because I need the horses for the scouts.
If it would be too imposing to request more. We could go rent elsewhere. It was small. If you had any spare.
Yeah,
But
there's
of course, we don't want to detract from the guard. Do
There's
you have a smaller cart though? Smaller cart, something more suited for the woods.
no, most of our carts are like logistics, like meant to go on roads.
I see.
Yeah, sorry, there's not much I can help you with here.
All right.
Well, good luck finding what you need.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would there be any place to like find a cart?
Probably the market with all the cows and the chickens and everything.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, the livestock, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can find a cart somewhere. And yeah, so you kind of go per. Oh, hold on, let me switch it up a little bit. Switch up the ambiance.
Moo.
There we go. Yeah, so you enter the kind of city square where all the stalls are set up, all the peddlers peddling their goods. There's a pretty big like import scene in Wolfenburg, importing stuff from both North and South Kamar. So there's a lot of imported shit, of course, relatively expensive, because it comes from the other side of the continent. But and you kind of find like a someone kind of selling like horse accessories. Ah, Lord Ramza, what are you doing here?
Well, I was hoping to prepare for a bit of travel through the woods.
We will need your
Okay.
finest cart.
A cart through the woods.
Small one.
Small cart. Okay. So like size of horse cart. Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
You have?
You're in luck. And yeah, he kind of like goes into his like inventory. Kind of looks through some of the goods. Kind of takes some like off of like a shelf and kind of grabs like a kind of maybe it's about like 6-7 foot wide like cart. Yeah, this is good.
I
It's
think
one horse.
that might be a little too big.
Too big.
I am no cartographer, but
If this is too big, then you get a bigger saddlebag.
You said it was like 7 feet across?
It's like 6-7 feet, like total
Alright.
width.
A horse is like 1.5 meters across, so I don't think it's like, if we can't get that through, then the horses themselves we aren't gonna have much luck with those.
This, I guess, just speaking, this will be adequate to go through the wildwood. You know, of course, if you're in a life or death scenario and you need to, you know, quickly dart between 2 trees, this is not gonna be great. But like for regular
Right.
traversal, like this is wide enough.
Right.
Or
I would
yeah.
prefer a cart a bit more nimbler, but it should suffice, I guess. A more mobile cart, if you would. But this looks good
It
enough.
is a basket with wheels. Big basket with wheels. It is as nimble as your horse is nimble.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So, would you be
Fantastic.
willing to rent out this cart?
Rent out the cart.
I mean, we could just use it, right? I mean,
We plan to return it.
Rent the cart. I mean, usually I don't. We don't rent the goods, but I mean, you'll come back. I mean, you're Lord Ramza, right? So I think for this just specific occasion, I could rent it out. For how long?
no.
We were looking to be gone
2
18
weeks?
days.
18 days?
18 days. That's an interesting number. Well, I mean, 18 days. How about let's call it 1 gold.
Sure. Ramza is like already reaching into his pocket. If you try to intercede, you can, but otherwise he's just gonna pay that.
So Frilla just... Whatever. She just doesn't even... She just rolls her eyes.
Yep.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Okay, he kind of like wheels it over. Like
As this exchange happens, we're in the middle of this market. Can she swivel around, see if anyone's watching this exchange?
Yeah, sure, give me a perception check.
Pickpockets abound. That is a 13.
You look around. There's a lot of people.
Okay.
Some looking in your direction. Some not. Actually, there's more people than not probably looking in your direction.
She makes eyes.
But
with
they're not
anyone.
looking at. They're not looking at you. They're looking at the Lord Ramza.
Well, so Frilla will.
And some are definitely looking at you not favorably.
She'll stay on her guard, a little bit wary of the money being exchanged in such a
One
poor,
gold.
pathetic market. Hey, you know, who knows what these commoners might get up to?
Yeah, I mean, it's
who's
really
going
decent
to?
money.
Are you going to pull the cut back to?
Me? This is your card now for 18 days.
No. Suppose I will go.
And
get
if you
my
break
horse.
it, I will be very mad.
By the way, can we have the 18 days start like when
Yeah,
we're leaving
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like 5 days before?
Yeah, it's
I-
fine.
Well, we will leave
we
the cut
will-
with you. Yes, yes.
We'll
I'm sure-
retrieve it when we are on our way out.
Okay. You retrieve it, and then when you leave 18 days, it comes back. In,
Do you
in
have
peace.
paper and wax on hand?
Paper and wax. I have paper.
I have a bottle of ink, if that should suffice.
I'm just going to draw up like a little paper that says, hey, if as a result of this expedition it comes back that I died, you can have my crossbow to make up for the cart.
So, I sell horse accessories. How much is the crossbow?
More valuable than this cart. I don't plan on dying.
Well, how valuable do you think the cart is? It's a good cart. I made it.
Well, I mean, you've described it just now as a basket with wheels.
It's a good basket with wheels.
It's a good
Okay.
crossbow.
And I'm saying, how much is the crossbow?
More than the cat.
How do you know that when you don't know how much the cart is worth?
How much do you think the cart is worth?
I know how much the cart is worth. I'm
Do
asking
you know
how much the
the cat
crossbow.
is worth?
Look, I'm doing this as a favor to you. If you don't want this paper, you don't have to take it. I just thought I'd give you some assurance.
I'm just simply seeing if this is equal value being exchanged.
It is of greater value.
I don't
It's
think
possible.
Ramza would honestly know how much it's worth, but Dylan knows it's worth 50 gold.
Yeah.
It is worth several times the worth of this cart, I can assure you.
Okay, but unfortunately, in business, we can't work on assurances.
So you do not wish for this collateral?
I would love collateral. I just want to make sure that it's adequate. Is that too much to ask? Am I in the wrong? Yeah.
It is not my crossbow, but I would say that you are being we have already made a sufficient deal. I do not see why this is such a fuss. If
See,
we shall
some
perish
of
and you
us-
get this crossbow, then you will be of
some
much
of us
better
make
standing
money
than you are
honestly.
in now.
Some of us make money honestly, and we need to make sure that we can honestly feed our families.
I assure you, my blade is honest.
I can't say I know much about the coin value, but I expect it would take a craftsman of very high skill level 3/4 of a year, half a year to make something like this.
It's a lot of time. That means it's worth a lot. Thank you. Well, I accept this generous collateral then.
Right.
Thank you, Bloodmare.
Would I, just having, like, the signet and everything, have a bit of sealant wax on me?
A bit of sealant wax on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have a little wax. As a
I'll
treat.
just stamp it with the ring, make it official.
Okay. Very nice. Wolfenberg sigil. Always very beautiful.
Take care. We'll return in some days.
Thank you. Yes, I'll have the cart ready. But when it is time, the cart better be ready for me.
We will see it returned.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Cart secured.
Yeah, I suppose we make our way back to the Denny's?
Are you guys getting horses, or are you...
Oh, that's right. Never mind. And I suppose we'll make our way to these stables. Or something like that. I mean, I guess we're still in the markets. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess you go find a horse salesman. Used horse salesman. Horse renter, actually. The horse renting business.
Hold on. I'm actually just gonna go get Claudio to negotiate this stuff. I don't know why I'm doing it.
You approach the horse renter and you go, wait a second. I have someone I'm paying to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you head over to the den. Find.
It's good roleplay. That's why we're doing it.
Your little war band. Assembled at a table.
Claudio, I need you to negotiate on my behalf.
That's what I'm here for, my lord. That is my job.
Excellent.
What do you need?
It looks like we'll need to be renting 4 riding horses for 18 days.
4 riding horses, 18 days. Okay. All right. That's gonna be what? 70 silver?
I'm sure. Ramza does not know.
Okay. Well, if you okay.
Here.
I think you've got
Ramza
this.
just like hands him a gold piece to go do that with. Oh wait, it would be 7 gold pieces then?
About 7, yeah.
For some reason in my head I was like, 70 copper.
70
Yeah, he
copper,
hands
nice.
him 7 gold pieces to go do that.
I'll get you your horses, my lord.
Thank you.
And he leaves.
Perfect. All right.
Yes, you secured four riding horses.
Mm-hmm.
2 for the mercenaries, 1 for Claudio, 1 for the cart. You've secured a cart.
Now we need rations, water. If I probably water is probably not a thing. We're gonna water's included in rations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess it's just rations, and that kind of depends if we
Yeah,
get.
I also I think it's if we have 2 rangers who are both good at gathering food, we might be able to get some stuff along the way.
This is true.
True.
There's a good amount of wildlife in the wildwood, so hunting and gathering is not out of the question.
But we should
Maybe
make sure
not
we have.
fully rely on it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we need to like overstuff our packs or anything.
But we should make sure we at least have a week or so worth of rations, at least.
Mhm. I didn't even write down if I had any. I have 10 days of rations.
Neither do
Awesome.
But I guess we would let the quartermaster deal with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, Claudio, go figure out how much food we're gonna need.
Waves, flicks
Thank you.
wrist.
Yes, of course, of course. I'll just I'll send you the bill. And he goes
then
off
we will send
to
you your payment.
go master the quarters, I think, or whatever they do. Yeah. Is that all the supply and the general business that needs to get done?
I think so.
I think so.
Because you did horses, you're doing hypothetically like rations and shit. So yeah. Let's see.
This is the Battle Brothers roleplay I needed.
Real shit. Real shit. So how many people are you bringing total?
No lie, I've kind of lost count. It's a dozen, right?
Okay, so there's Yumi, Sasha, Selmy. Are we bringing my sister?
Yeah.
Okay, so the cornerstones I think we already
Cornerstones are
specified as
coming
8
along,
people.
yeah.
So 8 people plus the other. So wait, 8 people. That's including the other 2.
Because there's 6 and then 8, including the mercenary.
So we have 8 combat-ready troops.
9 with Claudio.
So then the last remaining undetermined factor is how many mercenaries we get from
The Kobolds.
Yeah.
And also
You're
the
bringing
Kobolds.
the Kobolds. You're bringing Sortito, and he has 5 Kobolds with him.
I fully forgot about them.
Well, I guess they're taking the cart. I guess they'll be in the cart. I don't know.
They are fine in the car. They can go in the car.
Because I don't think we can horse them.
Nice.
But I guess they could sit the back of our horse.
Or they can sit on the cart horse.
True.
Mhm.
But worst comes to worst, they could ride on one of our. Like we could double up on a horse, I suppose, because they're small.
Yeah. So they're fine, but that's 6 extra mouths to feed.
Oof. Food's gonna be a bit.
So that's what, 15? 15 total people?
Yeah.
Yes. But we're still gonna get another from we're still looking for another. Still looking for that ranger or two.
Yep.
Oh, ranger and cavalier actually.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for a mercenary ranger.
Why are we bringing all of the kobolds?
I thought
I mean-
are you bringing all of them back?
Oh, so true. Yes.
It's our attempt at diplomacy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So okay, so you're bringing all them back. And you are trying to find an extra mercenary cavalier and a
Mhm.
ranger.
Yes.
Ranger takes priority.
Okay. So that's hypothetically what, 16 people?
Mhm.
16 people if we get 2 mercenaries, 17 if we get 1, 2. Ah!
So to feed 16 people for a month is going to cost about 14 gold total.
That's not too crazy.
144 silver.
Gotcha.
So basically 14 and a half gold. But that's a month though.
Yeah.
So how?
But that includes the journey back.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, the journey back does add. I mean, well, no, wait, we already accounted for the journey back in our time. In that 18 days or so.
I also already have 10 rations, so I can take myself out of that.
I don't have rations. So I'm gonna need some, or I'm gonna be included in that.
Okay, so that's gonna be like 13.9 gold then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
To get a month's worth of food for 16
I think,
people.
I mean, if they're rations so they're not perishable, I mean, why just do the 18 days? We could just get the month and see how long it lasts us.
Yeah,
restock
and
later
then
if
you
we
have
need to.
like cushion and like extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ideally, if we can manage to hunt while we're out there, we can hold on to them, stretch them out a bit.
I do not know how much more coin you have left, Ramza, but I am willing to pitch in.
I could put forth 7 for this.
Well, I will carry the difference then.
Wonderful.
He winces a little bit, but I'm sure we will make much more. Perhaps
Absolutely.
some of the kobolds we will happen upon will have some gold to remedy our coffers.
Sasha kind of. You think the kobolds are gonna have gold?
Maybe they took some from Wolfenberg.
Did they?
I don't know.
Most of them didn't leave with their lives.
Let me be optimistic for once, dear friend.
I'm trying to be realistic. There's going to be a kobold exploding with gold on our way.
I wouldn't be so certain. Perhaps we'll be favored yet.
Okay.
You ever heard the legend of the golden kobold? The scales are worth quite a bit.
Not sure I have.
Well, so for the plops down, I guess it'd be 7 gold coins, because I don't have silver to
Yeah.
break it with. Unless
Yeah,
I,
so
unless
if
I
you
can get
have-
change. Can I get change?
You can
Yep,
get change
1
somewhere.
silver.
Okay,
So-
so I mean
so-
it'd be what? 6 gold pieces and 90 silver. and I'd be left with-
95 copper. Or 9 silver and 5 copper.
Okay. So minus 7. Bring it on to-
Okay, so you're are you
silver.
losing like how much are you doing?
I'm going from 25 to 18.
Okay.
And then I'm adding, 9 silver pieces and 10 copper pieces? Is that what you said?
Well, you need converting 7 gold pieces.
Yes. Look, I'm not at my job. I can't worry about change right now. I'm not at the register.
7 gold pieces, and you're converting 90 into silver and then 10 into copper.
1 gold piece is 10 silver, right? I'm not crazy.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah.
So the total that you're paying. So basically, what you're
I'd
gonna
have
be
9
left
silver.
with is you're gonna subtract 7 gold and then add 5 copper, and that's how much you have left.
Okay.
After the purchase, because you're paying 6 gold and 95 copper, or 9 silver and 5 copper.
All right, I'm left with 18 gold pieces and 5 copper.
And then Ramos is paying the same amount, right? Which is...
I think he just paid 7 flat.
Oh, he paid 7 flat.
Because I'm paying like 6.9.
Okay, yeah.
So you get 1 silver piece back.
You get 1 silver piece back, yeah.
I was just
Instead of 5 copper.
Just did not. I was just rolling it. Okay.
Okay.
See, I
So with that subtracted, you get the money to Claudio. He purchases the rations for you. Month's worth of rations, which is spread upon your guys' saddlebags and also the cart that you guys have.
So Claudio's been kind of running around town for us. Is he still looking all nervous like, or is he looking a little bit more confident in himself after all this work?
Make an insight check.
5.
Claudio probably looks fine. I mean, like, he's not like shaking or crying right now, so.
Well, Claudio, looks like you've done an excellent job for today.
What? Why are you here?
Wait, is he not back yet? I thought he was back.
Oh, I thought you were tracking him down in the markets.
In the market, I'm like, no,
still...
I meant like when he gets back, like because he went and he got it and he comes back, he's like, oh, I got it.
I mean, yeah, he has to get the horses, he has to get the rations.
Like Batman, and like jump down behind him. Oh, Claudio, looks like you've done a great job. Would be a shame if something were to happen to you.
How much do the mercenaries end up costing?
I would say they cost 6 gold each.
Oh, in that case,
wait,
just
actually,
1.
Okay, yeah. So 1 is 6 because Claudio does have a piece of information from you. Yeah. So after like maybe about an hour, 2 hours, he comes back. Okay, horses have been rented. Supplies have been purchased. I'm still looking at the few mercenaries. However, all of them are going to cost, or when I do pick one, they'll cost 6 gold for the month. I tried looking into someone who has experience in the Wildwood. Didn't like any of them. But you might have some luck with trying to get a ranger to accompany us.
Wonderful. In that case, we'll just.
A Wolfenberg Ranger.
Perfect.
I think they are somewhere near here. I'm sure if you talk to your brother, you can make it happen.
Wonderful.
Yes. And in terms of like, what do you want out of this other mercenary that we're hiring? What is it?
We actually have more people than I was expecting.
So do you not want me to hire a mercenary, or?
I suppose not. It seems we'll have,
16?
5 kobolds. I was only... I'd counted out the rest of them. So, I think with just a ranger we should be fine.
I can't help but agree. I feel like we have a lot of forces here. And we are getting to the point where adding more people becomes a bigger detriment than a benefit. with how supplies are.
And also our traveling pace, we don't want to get too many people as it would
Exactly.
slow us down.
It's been good to learn of these things. I'd never have to consider before.
What
Well,
things?
Oh, just the fielding of troops, how all this works.
I until today I didn't know anything about it either. So,
Really?
well, I mean the fielding of
I'm just
troops.
surprised by this.
I mean,
information.
I understand like the concepts, but like the. I mean, if you asked me to field an army, I think I could do it honestly.
Wonderful. I appreciate your confidence. So,
So I hope you don't have to bite your words. Could we have
you
to field
are
such an army?
saying... Was it 6 gold would be for this other mercenary, but you're saying if I spoke to my brother, perhaps I could just find this ranger?
Yeah, so there aren't many mercenaries with the knowledge that we want of the Wildwood.
Right.
The people who are going to have the knowledge would be the Wolfenburg Rangers, yes.
In this case, I will speak to my brother. Very good job so far, Claudio.
Thank you, my lord. It's an honor.
All right.
These bitches be fucking crazy.
Cool. I guess nothing else to do. Have to go talk to him.
Yeah, so you make your way. Okay, hold on. Let me find some music.
I do not think you need me for this. Have a nice night if I do not see you again.
You as well. Thank you for accompanying me. I fear I would have been penniless if you had not been around with me.
I fear I might yet reduce you to penniless, but for now,
You guys are
We will
spending a
remain
lot of money.
friends.
for now we have made excellent progress. And I yet think that this might be worth the risk.
Oh, anything would be worth the risk to get these heirlooms back.
From my understanding, they are priceless, yes?
Absolutely.
And there's multiple that got stolen?
Yeah, it was like 3 things, right?
Yeah, it was the longsword,
Mm-hmm.
and then a scimitar and a dagger.
3 priceless artifacts. Believe me, Claudio, your assistance, it will be well regarded within the Beowulf family.
Please, you honor me too much.
You are making a nice splash into the mercenary world. Perhaps you might be of use to the Bloodmares as well.
You know, that's good with me.
In fact, the
Alright.
Aritzas seem to have noticed you as well, so we shall see how things pan out.
You know, that would be nice, actually.
Ramsey just nods.
People are talking, Claudio. We're all noticing you and the things you do.
You are making waves, yes?
This is nice, I guess.
Word
Yeah.
around town is you're the new upstart quartermaster.
Is there a word around town about me?
Little birds sing. No?
Word around
What
is you're the
birds?
new quartermaster.
The new up-and-coming quartermaster.
All the other core masters
Quarter-
are talking about you.
Quartermaster, like
All the other
major
quartermasters are talking about you like, what the fuck? Why am I not allowed to do this
There's
job?
like a quartermaster guild. They're all around this big table. Like, why the fuck did they come
How
to
did
us?
this happen?
This guy
We
is a
are
part of the
supposed
guild.
to have a system.
How?
Yeah.
He cannot get away without paying taxes. This guy has to fucking pay
He needs
taxes.
his guild dues, his quartermaster dues.
We'll have to send
Yeah.
some bruisers over to make sure he knows his place.
True.
All right. But yeah, I guess I'll go do that talk.
Yes. Good luck, my lord. I mean, you're
thank
just
you.
talking to your brother. It's actually not. You don't really need luck for that, right?
I see no reason he wouldn't want to help me.
I mean, he's your brother, no? Family's gotta
Of
mean
course.
something.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna head off and do that.
Yeah, you exit the den, and make your way towards the Dawn Keep, where your brother is. This is probably a little bit too, but I don't. We'll run this.
No, I think it's good because the castle will probably be in like high. There'd probably be a lot of bustle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one thing that you did notice when you're in the Dawn Keep is there is higher concentration of forces than usual.
Right.
Because usually it's pretty like chill, but now this is looking like it's approaching what a regular castle would be staffed with.
Right.
And yeah, you make your way towards your brother's abode. And yeah, you walk up the stairs, cross the hallway, and you arrive at the door.
I guess I'll knock.
Yeah. Is that the Ramza?
Who else?
Come in.
I'll step inside.
You come in. You see that. Last time you talked with him, he was still in bed, kind of recovering, but now he's kind of up and about. Pretty healed. So, what do you need from me, Ramza? Because last time you paid 2 mercenaries 10 gold, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
You want 2 more?
Oh, only one, brother.
Only one,
But,
okay.
the rest of the arrangements for retrieving the heirlooms retrieving the heirlooms have been made.
Yes.
We've got sources, foods, everything else. We are missing one component I was hoping
Yes.
you could assist with. We'd
And
like
what component
to
is that?
requisitioning one of our rangers to help us through the woods.
Yeah, I can talk with Glenna and see what can be done. I know there's some rangers in the area. In fact, I might I'll send out some scouts, retrieve one for you.
Thank you. I was expecting an argument over this, I must be honest. But yes, it should cut our travel time significantly.
Yes, it is important that you travel fast. You know.
All right.
I don't know where that fuck is going, but it's somewhere in the Wildwood. You know, you do need time to rest, but every day that we dally is one day that we are behind. Yeah.
We'll be off shortly.
The kobolds weren't on mounts, were
No,
they?
they are on foot.
I think perhaps we may yet be able to catch up.
Yes. I have already sent word to Glenna to be on the eye. Keep an eye out for them. Try to harry their escape.
Perfect. We have had terrible fortune lately, but I think things will begin to turn around here soon.
Well, what do you mean by that?
The attack, father, but I don't think we are entirely unprepared. I mean, one assault we've already fended off, and terrifically well.
Yes. It's very easy.
Immediately following his death, it seems like nothing could keep on. But I have confidence in you, and I'll get back those swords that you lost.
Make an insight check.
15.
Yeah, you're you kind of compliment him a little. Kind of try to see how he reacts to that, but you know, if there's one thing your brother's good at, it is keeping his thoughts and emotions pretty close to his chest.
Right.
And this is one such case.
Well, I'll not hold you any longer. Appreciate your help. We'll be back perhaps within some 18 days, we expect.
Alright. Yes, be safe, I guess.
You too.